Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. And we're doing it live. Ladies and gentlemen. We are here. The GRG podcast is late, but we're always on time. What song? Who did that song? Who did that song?
Match.
Who did that song? Y'all don't know who did that
That's
song?
That's Ashanti and
Ja Rule.
That's right. I was over here trying to check your gaming knowledge. Anyway, I said gaming, your music knowledge. Okay,
Old school.
Right. Anyway, so what's up, everybody? The GRG podcast, episode 60. We are here, baby. We are in here. 60 episodes strong. Man, the family is deep. And E3 is upon us, 2018, man. I'm excited.
It's coming.
Yes, just right around the corner. So let's get to the illustrious panel. Let's get to these topics. First off, let's go to one of the ladies tonight because the other one skipped out, I guess, playing Detroit, or she had to go get something done to her perm because I heard her
He's so silly.
her extensions was falling out. I think she had a bad track. So
I mean, her hair is all natural. Well, anyway, let's
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because
whatever. Don't be trying to do it like that.
I'm just saying,
you don't like black women. Don't mean all black women wear
tracks. Don't be messy. Come on.
We don't all wear tracks, okay? And all wear extensions. Don't put us in a box like that, please.
Don't be messy.
That's you brought it up, but let's keep it pushing.
Anyway, Delilah HD.
So what's up? Oh man, you guys already know gameplay is king. I am so happy to be here tonight. Such an exciting week. 2 weeks away from E3. A lot of things to talk about, man. So let's go.
See, you're gonna make me be on my tequila trip again, talk about black love again. And asking for drunk mega again. So anyway,
drunk ass mega.
The drunk what damn mega was lit that night. Black love. I love it. Anyway, let's get on to the next bum out here, and that is Triple Cup Chuck. What's up with you, man?
Man, I'm floating. Talking about the bum. Man, hey, why you still running from me? Why you still running from me?
It's called work. It's called work. Did you not see?
You be on the games. When you on there, you see me on there, you supposed to be like, oh, let's get it. I'd have caught everybody.
Hey, man,
I'm had to go get the W.
What I posted this morning with the weather, with that big nasty ass cloud coming over. You know what I'm saying? I still had to work, man. You know what I'm saying? Being a mud thug, you still got to deliver. So anyway, how am I ducking?
Man, by not playing me.
Oh,
I'm hearing everything you saying. I work too. 16 with you. And we getting it. I'm still being up. Now check this out. Bound had to go get the WWF or whatever it's called, the champion for the heavyweight to beat me. But that's to slow me down. That's out. That's what it took. So anybody else still can get it. I'm still not banging down. I'm still not running. And man, whoever keep talking noise about Battlefield, I've been hearing about podcasts, we gonna get them.
Yeah, we're going to get it. We're going to get it in on that. We definitely going to get it on that. All right. The next person on the panel is 100, back from his hiatus from, I guess, Sloopville. What's going on with you, bro?
Man, you know me. Mr. Give to, back in here. You know what I'm saying? For the people, the people's champ. That's where I am. Let's go. Because I got to get back on State of Decay.
Yes, we definitely gonna have to get on some State of Decay. I'm jonesing my damn self. All right, then we move to everybody's favorite young. I was gonna say young bot. I'm not gonna do you like that. I'm not gonna do you like that. I'm not gonna do that to you. You know what I'm saying? Our youngster of the group. What's up with you, Bloody Knuckles? What's happening?
What's going on with you, Megan? Nothing, man. Just glad to be back. Took a week off so that way we can make sure everyone's getting a good amount of voice time. But, back in it. I'm ready. Been playing State of Decay since it went live for the Ultimate Edition last week. And I'm thinking about wanting to switch things up. I want to do some racing. So I think I might go play the crew for a bit because I'm excited for the beta next week.
Oh wow, that's right, crew 2, right?
Yeah, the crew 2. Yeah, and I was talking with them on Twitter with their Twitter account, and they're bringing back a lot of the good stuff that they added in the first game, like when they added the dragster cars, the drift cars, the motorcycles, and my favorite was the monster trucks. When they added that was hella fun, and they said, yeah, they're bringing that back. And if you do certain things in the first game, you unlock rewards and vehicles straight out the gate for the second one. And I'm trying to get that monster truck.
Welcome to the Avengers Infinity
Oh,
War
sorry.
spoiler
What the
cast.
hell is that?
Sorry,
Watching, bro.
sorry,
You don't
was
sound like Luca.
Luca. I actually
Oh,
was
no.
something. We're checking in.
He said, oh,
We had a guest on the show.
Oh no! Get
Shout out
that
to
out
Luca.
of here.
Shout out to Luca. Anyway,
Now look. Oh, okay.
oh yeah. Keep going, Knuckles.
Oh man, but like I said, I'm excited for like the crew had a lot of great aspects. It wasn't the best, but as a racing, what they were doing was unique, and I'm really excited that they're going to expand on it because now they got boat races, planes, everything. I'm excited for it, for that beta. So I'm looking forward to it. So I'm thinking about getting in some of that race time.
All right, cool. I'm over here doing too damn much right now. I got everything.
Is, man.
Up. I am.
Got Luca sound bites coming through. It's so Luca.
I know.
what I mean?
But last but not least, man, Donald
Shoot.
Trump, man, he was showing
Trying to be Jay Williams, huh?
he was showing yeah, pretty much. He was trying to be yeah, and you see it's not working for me. You call me the broke Jay Williams. Doing all types of crazy stuff over here. Anyway, so man, last but not least, man, he showed us a picture of little Bianca. You know what I'm saying? She looks sweet. She looking like she getting big and stuff. So it's all good. But everybody knows who he is. That bum. Yeah, I flipper. What's going on with you, Livewire?
Not much, man. Just working mostly. A lot of work, but when I get some downtime, I did get a chance to play State of Decay 2, which we'll get into, and I'm starting to try to knock some of that rust off of Fight Night, man. But it's a process, man, because I ain't played that game in a long time, and those I'm playing through the championship thing, man, I'm getting my ass handed to me. I was like, God damn, these dudes is rocking. They putting in work on me. I'm like, Jesus. So But yeah, man, just a little light gaming, but man, that's State of Decay. Yeah.
Yeah, that junk's addictive, man.
It's the truth. All right. Oh, and look who popped in. Kaleidoscope. What's going on with you, man? I was just about to say something about you, man.
Just chilling, man. Everything's been good. Playing the same thing as you guys, though. A little bit of State of Decay, not as much as you guys, and a shitload of Destiny Iron Banner.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I need to get back on that Destiny since I beat the game and everything, and I'm ready to go. So you know what I'm saying, I want to get up and get my first raid on. So yeah, all right. So man, let's get on to these topics, man. Straight up, right off the bat, man. We're gonna be talking about some PlayStation right here, and I don't know if you've read this report or seen this, but it was basically talking about the new head of Sony. Basically wanting to get back into handhelds or maybe gaming portables. And this new strategy is where Andrew House, he was pretty much done with it. That's why the Vita and the PSP, all that went away with the Dinosaur, and they were done shutting it down, and they put their focus mostly on just the PlayStation 4 and VR. Well, while this guy is seeing the potential with the Switch, he wants to make something that's in the same category as the Switch. So
copying.
You know what, Sony, man, Sony is the king of making it happen, and nobody.
No, they're the copy paste king.
So, but that was one of the things he was saying. I'll go ahead and I'll read parts of the article after we get somebody's thoughts on it. So I'm going to go to you, Delilah, first, and get your thoughts on it. Is this a good idea for PlayStation to get back into the handheld market, or bring something to the table that's something like the Switch?
I think it's cool that they want to, jump back into the fold. But if you think about the history and like their support for like the Vita and stuff like that, it hasn't been all that great. Like they're supported for the first couple years, and they just kind of fall to the wayside. It's nothing like Nintendo support. Nintendo support their handhelds like year round. They constantly doing like certain add-ons and re-releasing upgrades. I mean, but at the same time, they want to jump in on what's hot right now. They want to try to jump in on some of the Switch market. So at the same time, I understand it from a business standpoint, but whether it'd be lucrative and successful for them, I don't know. It remains to be seen. I just think they gotta just show and prove, because they haven't supported the Vita like I have wanted them to. So.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I think a lot of people might be a little skeptical of is because, look, when you want to spend, I didn't buy the Vita because I was so much in love with the PSP. I was kind of like, why would you even get rid of the PSP, especially when you did the PSP Go, and then you go to this Vita thing, and you just kind of just shun the gamers that's paid hundreds of dollars for the PSP. And then just think about what was the life cycle of the Vita? What, about 3-4 years at the most?
3 years.
3 years.
So it's kind of one of the things where you kind of like, I don't know. So what do you think, Livewire? What are your thoughts about this about PlayStation maybe trying to bring back handhelds or trying to have a kind of a hybrid like the Switch?
Man, that's a good question, man. Like, have they ever been successful? Like, really successful? I know the PSP was, I don't know, but they all kind of had their problems though, because the PSP they used to like, steal shit, right? And then the Vita, nobody bought it.
Go or something? PSP Go or some shit like that.
Well, that was
the second version.
Yeah, but like that because the first one everybody used to like basically download it. Like they would rip it and then just download games to their PSP. So nobody really like paid for anything on that thing. And then and that's why the memory cards were so damn expensive.
Hold on, live. So got to pay the bills.
Yeah,
big shout out to Thomas Franks, man. Appreciate the support, man. He says, yes, we are doing it live. You know what I'm saying? GRG bless kings and queens. State of Decay 2 is where it's at. The media looks stupid right now. Can't wait for E3. Absolutely. Yes. So we'll get into that, Mr. Franks, and talk about State of Decay 2 and how some people might have to be eating some crow. But we're just going to get back and continue with what we were talking about. Go ahead, Live.
Yeah, so I mean, as far as I know, PlayStation hasn't been terribly successful with their handhelds, but I think it's because if you look at what Nintendo does, they don't try to push the limits of the handheld as much. Like they kind of stay in a lane where it's like, all right, we're not trying to give you a console feel. Like that's how I always felt like PlayStation was trying to do with their handhelds. They wanted to bring the console experience to the handheld, but you really can't because they're, like when you're on a handheld, there's just certain things and distractions and movements that controller has that you're not going to have if you're sitting in front of a television, and a Nintendo gets that. So I don't know. They would have to kind of think how they attack a lot of their games. Like instead of just making straight ports, they would have to do like games specifically built for that platform. Unless they're going to do a hybrid like Nintendo, then I guess you can get away with doing ports because But then again, it's like, man, then why? Because you already have a PlayStation. It's like, well, are you going to really buy the PlayStation Switch so you can play like the uglier version of PS4 games, or you can just play the? I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, you don't know. That's basically what you said at the end.
Yeah, man. I don't see the point of why they would do it, but
Yeah, I mean, it is kind of confusing, but you see how lucrative the Switch is right now, and I just think that maybe this could be but
they have the IPs to support that. You could put a Mario on a Switch. You could put a Donkey Kong Country on a Switch. What the hell you gonna put it on a PlayStation portable? Uncharted? Hell no, dude, terrible.
It's funny how powerful it is.
That would be, I mean, that would still be lit. I mean, if you put Uncharted on a handheld, it's not a.
But it's not going to be Uncharted. It's going to be the bootleg Uncharted.
You don't know that. We might.
He said the bootleg.
It might be. It might be more powerful.
Like a watered down version, maybe.
Yeah, it's going to be a downgrade. I don't think it'll be that much of a downgrade. I think it might be because if they try to present it during the PlayStation 5. Then,
but make it
might be.
Make it this way. What's the point of you buying a PlayStation Portable to play a game you could already play on your PlayStation?
Well, then
that'll look better on a 4K TV.
Yeah, unless you're gonna do it this way.
People like to play it on the go, though.
Listen, the only way they can get away with this is if they make all their games play anywhere on PlayStation. Meaning you buy it on PS4, you own it on that device.
That might be the direction.
Didn't they have something like that before?
No, they didn't.
Right?
No.
I could have sworn that it was like in the PS3 era or something.
No, they're games with Plus. or like if you own it on Plus, you can get it on both the Vita and
I could have yeah,
something.
exactly.
Some of the games.
Well, there was only certain games.
I remember there was some games though that they were buying the
No,
PSP and you got the Vita version.
No. It wasn't a specific Vita version. It was the fact that those can go from the console onto the Vita to continue and basically stream it.
But see, if you make a handheld like that, then it's like, what's the like? You really like. But you're just making the hardware, like the software. You're not making. People aren't buying extra software for that, and then.
Exactly, but I'm saying it was streaming. It wasn't a full dedicated like you see with the Switch.
Yeah, I don't know.
And
go ahead, Knuckles. I'll let you go next.
Yeah, because this is something that I went in last night with Salty and the crew over there on TSP. That this, while it's great to note that they understand the fact of that mobile portable is the future, and that's where the dedicated market is. They don't ever settle down and they don't market themselves. They don't stand behind. They don't do anything with the technology that they built. Look at what they did with the Vita. The Vita had a 3-year life cycle. It was supported by games that were kind of for some, good on others for 2 years. And then after that, it wasn't getting that much support. It got a few over the extra years, but nothing that it was seeing when it first launched. They did the same thing with the PSP. It had a good run. Then they put out the PSP Go. They switched things up. People didn't like it. They don't ever fully support the hardware that they put out. While the Vita was trying to push forward, especially with what they did with the touch controls on it, they didn't learn anything from it, and it died real quickly because they didn't properly support it. But they took what they learned from the Vita and added that to the PS4 with adding the touch controls on the controller. But what happened with that? You're not seeing that in games nowadays from the PS4. They don't ever utilize their technology or their hardware. If they go back into making a portable system, they have to double down on it. This is why every business venture Sony has made does not stand the test of time and is not properly utilized or supported. Their camera business is not that great, because they're losing out to dedicated markets like Nikon and Canon and other dedicated camera companies. This is why their TV business is not selling, because they're not keeping up with dedicated TV companies like Samsung, LG, or others. They don't ever utilize or fully push their technology and their hardware or properly maintain it. They put something out and it flops because of the fact that they aren't trying to actively push something forward. The Vita could have been great, but they didn't actively push it, support it, as well as the fact that they added a lot of proprietary issues with it, like the mandated Sony-only memory cards, whereas Nintendo learned from that and made it to where they can support micro SD.
Okay. All right. So basically, you don't have any faith in it. You don't have any faith in it whatsoever. You're thinking that basically if they do come out with something like that, they will not put any effort of sustaining it if the sales are not met. Exactly. Yeah. So, and you know what? And that's a legitimate point. I really do think that. What about you, Kaleidoscope? Where are you at on this? Do you think that this could be a good move for Sony, or what?
Actually, I agree with Knuckles to a certain degree, because just like that first PlayStation Vita, that was what, UMDs? And then when the PSP, I mean, the first PSP was UMDs. And then by the second one, which was the Go, they basically alienated everybody that ever bought the PSP with the Go. That's the reason the Go ain't take off. Everybody was mad. I had a lot of homeboys that was like burnt as shit. Like, yo, I got all these games and whatnot, and I can't do nothing with them because it's all digital now. It's like, dude, it's like, I don't see them. From what it seems, Sony, they just want to be part of the Me Too crowd. It's like, Me Too, yeah, we're doing that too. You know what I'm saying? And not necessarily excelling at it, but they get to say Me Too.
Not to be mistaken with the other Me Too crowd.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right. But he's right. What Sony's doing with some of their things, it's either they're copy and pasting what they already have that's working with their games, or they're just following, all right, what's popular right now? All right, well, Nintendo's doing this right with mobile. Let's go back to mobile and see if we can't do it a third, fourth time and get it right. And everyone's just like, no. Either you're going to dedicate yourself to it like Nintendo did and double down on it, or don't.
Exactly. Because it's like you're saying part Me Too and whatnot, and all the people that had bought those Vitas, those PlayStation Vitas and whatnot, the support yearly was atrocious, people. atrocious, right? And they release like what, 1 or 2 games every once in a blue moon. Come on,
Yeah.
that's not the type of support people want from a handheld. Now, if it's gonna be like what the Switch is, you would have to make it something look better than the Switch and actually give it support, because at least Nintendo supports their things. That's why they're the king of handhelds. Nobody could fuck with Nintendo.
Yeah, not on
Sony
that
tried
aspect,
several times.
Yeah, they have tried to. So it's just kind of funny to me that they would want to go this route. And let me read a little bit of this article. It said that you know what I'm saying, the PlayStation chief John Kuroda has hinted at the possibility of Sony re-entering the portable games market. This is a report from Bloomberg News, and it says what the portable game console might look like is shrouded in secrecy, but it appears that Sony's upper management has shifted its stance from Andrew House analysis of the portable games market last September, and now have changed a different perspective and thinking that with the new head of, or the new CEO is basically thinking that the opportunity for the portable video game platform is ready to go. So look, Triple Cup, what is it that you think that this could be an opportunity? I know that I've seen some people that said in the comments section in this article saying that, hey, look, I don't even own a PlayStation 4, but if they had the option to where I could take any of the PlayStation 4 games anywhere, I would be all on board to buy this handheld device. Would you be on board? Where will you be on this?
Personally, right now, Sony, this is why you hot. Go ahead and strike. It only makes sense. Business-wise, it makes perfect sense. PlayStation 4 right now is the hottest thing around. So why not try to come out with a handheld bag right now when y'all in such good faith with the media? I mean, such good faith. You try to copyright Let's Play and don't get no backlash. Why not come out with a handheld right now? Perfect timing. I mean,
I forgot about that.
Nintendo is actually, you know what I'm saying, opening the doors and say, okay, you know what I'm saying, people want to be outside and play their games as well. So now is they making it more fashionable. Once Nintendo, like, you know what I'm saying, I always looked at Nintendo as the gateway drug all around the board. 9 times out of 10, everybody here, if you ain't started with Atari, 9 times out of 10, you started with Nintendo. That's the like I said, it's the gateway drug for gaming. So, you know what I'm saying, they opening up the doors wide right now for being able to be in mobile with your games and then coming home to play. So they kind of like opening up that border. And then Microsoft got that play anywhere, anything. So Sony is only banking on PlayStation. Why not? PlayStation high, Sony need revenue from different streams. So the water can't just flow from one direction from the PlayStation 4. No, okay, we can't put out the PlayStation 5 right now. What else can we do? Oh, we can do the VR. We got to get money from this angle. Oh, what's next? Handheld is only logical. That's my thoughts.
Well, we do know that that PlayStation is wanting to get into that into the mobile market as well.
Right.
And if they could utilize something to where because they're also getting into the cloud, and I can't wait for the haters of the cloud to say that it's not real once PlayStation starts using it, to where they might try to use a play anywhere type of aspect, and that would be dope for them. I mean, I think again, Microsoft won't get any credit for it, but it still is a great opportunity for gamers to play their games anywhere they choose. I mean, that is just part of the future of where gaming is going anyway. So 100, what is it that you think about this? I mean, would you finally be on board of wanting to get a PlayStation handheld to play, you know what I'm saying, some Uncharted or some Detroit, maybe some No Coney?
Nope.
Okay.
I think they're going in the wrong direction. Nintendo, no, I'm telling you, Nintendo runs handheld. That's what nobody but the Vita and stuff like that. Thing about it, actually, Nintendo throws some games that are just exclusive to that 3DS or the Switch, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Check this out: mobile gaming on your phone is just gonna take over. That's the next best thing. You spend $800 on a cell phone, it can push out 4K graphics. The screen look better than the Switch. It's games that's coming on there right now. You got mobile. You can play Street Fighter on mobile. They're actually making mobile adapters where you can just hook it on the side of your phone and you have a D-pad.
Well, think about
Neo Geo games. You can go in the Google Play Store and play all the Neo Geo games.
Yeah,
I got Samurai Showtime on my tablet, on my Android tablet. So that's the way to go. If they was going to go that way, say, you know, we're going to put games on mobile. Microsoft, you're going to go put your games on a PC. We're going to go. The mobile market just is bigger than the PC market. Now, if they do that, that's a different story. It can be a game changer. Can make money off of that.
Well, I mean, that's where Xbox is definitely trying to go, and of course there are naysayers out there that's saying that, you know, Xbox trying to make this strategy for play anywhere is a bad idea, because it seems like their focus is on trying to pull in more gamers and not bring in the games per se. But if PlayStation decides to go this same route, I mean, I look at this as success. I mean, look, PlayStation wouldn't be wanting to be involved into this if it didn't look lucrative didn't look lucrative to them.
On paper, it sounds nice though.
I mean, yeah, on paper. The thing is their track record of staying behind a product. You know, I mean, if you know what I'm saying, it's we know that the money situations it is what it is, but. You know, but I think if they just stayed with the PSP and then just kept on enhancing it over time, like they did, like Nintendo does with the Game Boy,
yeah,
I think it would be absolutely fine. There's nothing like having a device that where you can take your games, your previous games, and especially if everything is starting to go digital, and you can take your games with you. When they have the new iteration, that's a selling point right there on its own. Like, oh man, this new version, I'm finna buy this new version because the graphics are going to look better, and I can bring my old catalog. That's exactly what I think gamers are looking for. But I think a lot of people will be on pause for this. Anybody else want to elaborate on this before we move on?
Yeah, I got one little quick statement. Look,
go ahead.
What Bound was saying about they shouldn't hop in there because of Nintendo already own this market. The only thing I want to say is you don't have to be number one to win. Look at Microsoft.
Yeah, no, you don't have to be. Nintendo make a whole lot of money at Japan. That's what it wasn't. They don't have to win Japan. They don't need to win them. They don't need to win us over. They need to win them over.
It ain't the whole thing of they trying to win people over. They just looking for different revenue.
Melina Williams said in the chat that the Vita is actually doing well in Japan. That I don't know. If somebody wants to go and check that out for themselves, that's fine. But if the Vita is doing fine in Japan, why Vita back in a Switch type of form? Like, you know, just name it a Vita. Let people be familiar with it.
But you see, the Switch is switching up. They finna sell Switches without the dock.
So they
really? Switching the game. Yeah, they finna switch the game up. And make it cheaper.
I mean, that's good because the dock is kind of trash anyway. The dock is real cheap. Like, it feels like a hunk of plastic. For real. Like, I bought a third party dock after the after I got my Switch. I like the third party dock way better because I didn't break it. Huh?
They didn't break it because that's somebody said one of them bricked there, and Nintendo was like, it's not, you didn't use official Nintendo thing
because it's charged by USB-C. I think that's how you say it. Yeah, USB-C. Yeah, so it's like, you know, you just plug it in like you would you actually use your actual Nintendo charge cord, put it in there, and then boom, and the dock just kind of hold it up, but you can play it while it's charging. And that was the biggest thing about with the Switch dock is you really can't play it when you have it docked like that. You have to plug it to a HDMI to a TV external something in order to play it while you charge it, unless you just plug it in through USB-C, which the dock, like I said, it does the same identical thing. So yeah, if they selling it without the dock, good. Hopefully they'll cut the price too, but I doubt it's Nintendo.
I mean, you would think that if you're not giving them the dock, then you would think that they would.
Well, the dock was actually scratching up the screen anyway, and that was another thing that motivated me to get a third party dock.
Oh, to change up on it, yeah, because of that.
Yeah, and also, well, I ain't gonna elaborate on the dock too much. It's like I'm trying to sell the dock.
Right, no, yeah, I'm just go ahead, keep going. I mean, because there might be people that might be interested and want to get it, want to know which product to get.
But no, I can use my 360 controller. I got a PC 360, my 360 controller with the USB one, and so I can use that with it. So, you know what I mean? It's great. That's all. That's all.
Yeah.
I'm done.
All right, cool.
That sounds dope.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right, well, let's get on to the second topic. And since nobody else wants, since if anybody else want to talk about it, talk about the dock or even talk about the portable, just let me know. All right, all right, I guess not. All right, let's get on to State of Decay 2. Now, not too long ago, just less than a week ago, State of Decay 2 got those Metacritic scores, got those reviews. Here comes all of the people about State of Decay. It's trash. It's broken. Can't even play the game. You know, there were people that was saying, "Hey, they bought the $50 version."
What lady said? Lady said people that doing documentaries. Hold on. Lady infamous. She said he was out there doing documentaries on how the game was broken. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It was crazy. Like, I mean, there were so many people that was just being so disrespectful towards the game, which, you know, the game did have some issues. The game did have some bugs. But there were people that were going to as far as saying that that would brick the game to where you couldn't even play it. There were people that were comparing it to Friday the 13th. Now we see that that Aaron Greenberg and Shannon Loftus and so many other from the Xbox staff brought out and said that there was over 1 million active players playing the game. Now, of course, that doesn't dictate sales in 2 days, but that means that game has done one or two things. And you know, you go ahead. For me, I'm just going to say it drew attention, for one, because of the controversy, which is sad, but also that means people went back to the game. And if you went back to it, that means that game has to have something that you liked about it. So I'm going to go to you, Triple Cup Chuck. I want to know if you even played State of Decay 2 yet. What did you think about it? And what do you think about so many people that's played the game so far?
The people that's talking negative, bullshit. I heard some of the stuff they were saying. The game don't look too good. So I was like, my expectations was low. I said, well, it might not look too good. I'm just gonna play it for what it is. That's how I said I was gonna take it. I turned the game on. I was like, holy shit, man, this game actually looks damn good. I was like, man, these people tripping. This kind of like remind me of like you know what I'm saying? That I'm comparing it just because it just kind of give me that same feel of Gears of War, but like, you know what I'm saying? Let's say a B level Gears of War. So it ain't a Gears of War level, but it kind of give me that same feel more than a people, but just from the camera angles. So I'm just gonna run around through the game because I don't care right now. I know it's permadeath, but I'm just gonna experiment. So I'm just with my person. I'm just running, going out crazy. You know, I ain't worried about nothing because I'm gonna restart it, you know, in my mind. So I started get progress. And I was like, well, I'd have got this base. I'd have put up this thing for the medic. I'm finna help my brother out because I chose, you know, those people so we can go do that. So boom, I had to go help my brother out. I'm like, man, this game actually interesting and fun. So I'd have got deep into it. Now I'd have went from I'm running, just don't care like Rambo, to holy shit, it turned nighttime. And people say you can't see shit. I was like, man, I'm walking. Man, felt like I was in a horror movie. I was like, man, if I die, man, please don't let me die. Then I changed to the you know, saying one of the other girls that I wasn't too familiar with, but I still didn't want to lose it because I was like, man, this is too early in the game, and I'm scared. I'm trying to go get this stuff, and I'm really paranoid. You can hear the zombies. I mean, that game is like a masterpiece. I don't know what people talking about. And it's a big open world. So you know what I'm saying? I'm not looking for it to look like God of War. Man, you can't do no game like this, like that. No, that's gonna dilute the game. The game looks perfectly fine for the type of game it is.
Assassin's Creed Origins though. Hey, they get open world and gorgeous.
Yeah.
I mean, but State of Decay, you can't say State of Decay is not ugly.
Yeah, it's not. It's not bad looking.
It's not ugly.
It's not what people.
It got its own unique. You know, it got its own unique feel. But man, it do give you that Walking Dead feeling all day long.
Yeah, it does. I need to pay the bills. My bad. Sir X-Man, you know what I'm saying? Showed some love to the GRG podcast family. And it was you know what I'm saying, for the $5. Appreciate it, bro. He didn't leave a comment. So I wish he did, because I would have just said, hey,
man, get at me.
Yeah.
Family, stand up.
But it's all good, man. We appreciate it. But go ahead. Go ahead and finish up. I'm sorry. I just seen it out of the blue, and I was like, oh, let me say what's up.
No, it was just a beautiful game. Who can contest that?
Yeah, it's addictive. I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, it's been crazy for me this week because I think I stopped playing it on Tuesday. I think that's the last time I touched it because work had my attention. You know what I mean? Because you know, coming up with a 3-day weekend and stuff like that, I had to make sure things were done around work. But Man, that game is addicting. It's super addicting.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
absolutely love it. And like you think early on in the game that it's pretty like, oh, I can run through the zombies and get through them, and then they start throwing different types of zombies at you and stuff like that.
Screamers.
Harder ones, screamers. What's the big ones called?
Juggernauts.
Juggernauts.
Man,
Juggies.
I hate them things.
man.
Yeah.
Let me
And
tell
then,
you.
you know what's worse than the zombies though? The humans. The
Yeah.
humans
they're
are
rough,
worse than
man.
they're worse than the zombies are.
Yeah, like it's
The people
really
that's
crazy.
that then their own in their own communities and stuff like that you run into, they have a conflict or whatever. That junk's gangster. It reminds me of The Walking Dead. Like it just does. Like because they have an agenda, you have an agenda. So I'm calling myself. I'm going to go help these people, and they pull guns out on me. So I'm like 2 people died. And I'm paranoid because I'm about to die, getting shot at, running. So you can imagine the game makes you feel like you're really have to work to keep things going. Like you feel a sense of urgency, you know, with that game. They did a good job with trying to build have the atmosphere because I did underestimate it early on in regards to that. Because I'm like, man, this is nothing. I can just kind of run through the zombies and do X, Y, Z. But now I'm like, man, I'm on my last leg. I got 3 people left in my group. Like everybody about dead. I'm serious. Everybody about dead.
Am I the only one who knows how to manage people? Like I got a thriving community.
It's like, man, I don't know what to do because like we need health resources. I done called on the radio to find the resources. Got the health resources. It still wasn't enough. So I'm like, oh my goodness. And now you know that little counter. Because then you have to be able to call on resources again. So I'm like, okay, I gotta call resources again after these few minutes. And still probably not gonna be enough because we all about to die. This is it. I'm thinking about starting over because I'm like, yo, everybody dead at this point.
You still early enough to do it though. You still early enough to do it.
Sort of kinda. I think I've put like 12, 13 hours into the game.
You can get them right back. You can buy them right back.
Hey, I put in 13 hours and didn't know what I was doing until at the very end. And I'm like, oh, this is what happened in Akari. You know, RIP to Akari. You know what I'm saying?
Akari. Everybody calls him. His name is. I know in my game his name is Anton.
Well, I just call him Akari because that's who his image is. I mean, his likeness is. But man, you know, RIP to Akari, man. Hey, look. I was trying to save you, bro, but Agent lit your ass up. I guess he was changing or he made a sudden move, and Agent said, "Hey, my bad, man. I didn't mean to kill him." And I go around the corner. I said, "What happened?" And I'm looking. I see Akari just head gone. Like, oh man. So
man, he turned to a zombie on me. Like, so let me explain to you what happened with him. So first of all, I did all this whole scenario of like helping him, getting him healthy. He's good. I was using him every now and again to get resources and stuff like that. He was one of my strongest fighters of the group. And then so we got jumped by this other crew that had like robbed somebody else. And so I'm trying to be the mediator between the conflict. And as soon as I got the package back to the previous group, they all pulled guns out on me, shot him, and because he was still kind of a little bit affected, he turned into a zombie and tried to eat me.
What?
I put a bullet in his brain.
Hey, Cloud, what you call that game? What kind of gameplay that is, Cloud?
Emergent gameplay.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. You can't predict what's going to happen.
To the dome because he's
trying still not a spoiler.
No, it's not.
Because everybody's game is different. That's the beautiful part about it.
See, I'm glad to hear these kinds of stuff because I've had my experiences like you were talking about how you went to go help the people. I got a call in on the radio, right? Where it was for a trader. I'm just like, oh man, trader. I was like, man, well, I hope they got some good stuff because I love going to the traders. I go to the trader, and there's a group of 3 of them. And he's like, come on in. I was like, I walk in. They all started trying to gun at me. They're like, get the fucker. I'm just like, oh, hell no. I pull out my shot. I just started blasting everyone. I was like, fuck you guys. Like, I actually thought you were going to give me shit.
Just get in the car and drive away.
Oh, hell no. I don't let anyone die because I joined my roommate's game. And there was right where he put a new base, there was a group of hostile dudes that he just completely ignored. And they were all soldiers. So when we were driving back, moving stuff over from his old base because he had like 7 cars outside, just like extra storage. So we're driving it all back, and I cut through the cut through the yards, crashing through the fences, and this dude starts shooting at me. I'm like, oh hell no! I jump out the car, and I'm sitting there. There's 3 dudes with sniper rifles shooting at me from this house. I just run up on them with my AK and just start gunning these dudes down. I was like, I don't care if I'm making noise right now. You shot at me first. Fuck you guys.
Wow.
But it's great.
Yeah, but like he was saying, that's not a spoiler simply because of the fact that everybody's game is essentially different. Like
I have a group of survivors, an enclave as they're called in my game right now, called the Homebodies, and I'm helping these guys and doing a quest line for them, and these motherfuckers, I realize they're cannibals.
Oh God!
Because of the fact that
they got cannibals in there. I haven't got that far yet.
Because of the fact that I go out there and I help them, and they're just like, "Hey, we're trying to work on a kitchen project. Can you help us out?" I'm just like, "All right, sure." So they're like, "Hey, we need stuff." We're like, "Yeah." They're like, "We need stuff for the kitchen. Can you go get us some pipes?" So I go and get them some materials and bring it back to them, and they're like, "Thanks." Later they call me. They're like, "Hey, we needed you to go to this butcher shop and bring us cleavers. We're using dull knives." I'm like, "All right." So I go get them a cleaver and bring it back, and I'm just like, "All right, well, whatever." They're like, "Hey, we got something for you. Come get some food. Where it's free for all the help you've given us." I was like, "All right, cool, free stuff." So I go and help them. They're like, "Here, take this bag of meat. It'll change your life." And it's called Sack of Mystery Meat. And when I leave, no. Here's the best thing. When I leave, my dude comments as I'm getting in the car. He's like, "You ever realize that these guys are like looking at you weird?" And I'm just like, "Oh, son of a bitch, you're cannibals."
Oh my
That's crazy. That's dope, man. What about you, Collider, man? What is your thoughts about State of Decay 2? And really, nobody didn't really touch on, all the hate and how the hate is kind of sliding away now because of, I guess, people actually.
I'll let Colada go first. Like, I definitely got something to say on the whole million thing. So
okay, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Colada.
Yeah. The first game though, it was like a sleeper hit, right? After 3 months, it had 1 million sold. This one was after 2 days. You got 1 million.
That did let you know a lot of engagement, and that might be the Game Pass numbers. You never know.
Yeah, we'll find out. Last time he went on Twitter and he actually confirmed what they were, but we'll see. Either way, the game is incredible, man. I mean, and it does have a sense of urgency because, I mean, I was using like a Mexican couple, know what I'm saying? So I'm using an old dude, his girlfriend gets infected. And I'm like, what? I was like, okay. So right out the gate, one of the members in my party is infected. So I have to go create an infirmary in order to heal her and everything. And doing all this crazy stuff. I end up getting a couple of people in the community and whatnot. So we're like about 7 deep now. And then I had this mission where I had to go tackle a blood plague. So I go with old girl by myself. Man, I got swarmed by like 10 zombies. I was like, man, but I ain't died though. I went limping. I killed every one of them and went limping back home without even doing the mission. All right, in order to go heal ass. Yo.
Yeah, that sounds
I was like man. I was like, next time I'm gonna throw up a flare or something for somebody to come help out. That's for sure.
Yo, look, I ain't afraid of Joey's anymore. I take them head on.
Hey man, no, I went again. Look,
there was only one time I regretted that because I found a grenade launcher and I'm just like, ooh, I'm gonna go try this out. And I was like, oh, the perfect time. So I'm shooting at him, I'm fucking him up, and I missed my shot. He charges at me. He grabs my chicken. I'm just like, no, don't do this, don't do this. And he only took like half my health. I was like, oh, thank God I'm out of here. Because he picked her up instead. I'm like, no, don't rip her in half, please.
I've took this one. My main character, like I've got her all kind of like she's the leader of the crew. Got all the little gear. She's like my main. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't want to lose her.
I had her and she got,
I don't want to lose her. Like
got murdered.
Man, so she alive in my game, okay? But I don't want to lose her. So it's like I find myself just running when 2 juggernauts. I'm like, I'm out.
Sit at home. You let her sit at home.
No, I'm just like, I don't want to lose this permadeath. You know what I mean? I done built her up that long. It's like I put a lot of effort into making sure she has everything she needs. And so I'm trying to work on a secondary character, and it's just rough, man. I don't want to lose her. So
yeah, I had a rough go of it, man. I had a real rough go of it.
Go ahead, tell us, Lon.
I lost everybody except for.
Damn.
I lost everybody except for the.
You had 13 people at one point, right?
No.
No, they max. This one maxes out at 10.
10. Okay.
You can only have 10 people in the community.
Okay.
Yeah, I had at the most I had maybe like 5. Well, now I have like 6 or 7, but at that point I had like 5 or something.
Yeah.
And and like everybody else, I was trying to save Ricari. So I'm like, all right, I save his ass. I take his ass on one mission. One mission. And for a house run, and he goes in there. And see, the difference is, like, the thing is, the bloaters, they don't always stand up and walk around. These motherfuckers be laying down and shit.
Right.
Yes.
So you be rolling over them, and you don't know that you're about to roll over them until you be like, damn, what the fuck? Ah.
Yeah, they will affect you like it's no business.
And they be sitting in the house chilling, sleeping. So if you get close to them and then walk, like you're not looking down, you could just step on them and then they'll explode on you. So, and I didn't know where to, like, so I'm in the house. I didn't know where the gas was coming from. I'm trying to run out, but like he's so far in, and he was already weak. So every time he would like get closer to being out, he would like start choking and then fall back in. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Then he dies, turns into a zombie. So I lost him. Then I tried to take out my doctor to go do a run because now I ain't got Ricari. I'm out, you know, I ain't got too many people. So I take the sister and the doctor out. We go for a run next fucking door. And out of nowhere, big ass juggernaut comes. And when I come outside, the doctor's hanging by the truck. And the juggernaut just grabs his ass and rips him in half. And I'm sitting there like, yo, on some Deadpool shit, yo. Just straight up, just like in Deadpool. I'm like, yo, this is some bullshit, dog. So, doctor's gone. All right, so now.
See, I wanted to take the doctor out, bro. That's the person I do not take out.
I had no choice. Everybody else was hurt.
I know.
My doctor is pretty badass. I have all my people as heroes and all maxed out skills.
Yeah,
like
so,
I'm the only one who's like been able to manage.
All right, so my doctor got fucked up. Then there was a chick I picked up, and she was fighting with this other dude. They ain't had a lot of food. I think our food was on 0 at one point. So she was like, "Fuck this, I'm out." She just left. Then I had this dude. So it was the army chick and this guy named Dick who was an asshole. So he was living up to his name.
The perfect name.
Yeah, right. So he was living up to his name. So when them two were together, they ain't had no problems. I guess because it's like, look, we got to survive, whatever the fuck. But then I came across like a batch of like maybe like 3 survivors. So now I went from like 2 people to 5. So I'm like, cool. So I turn around. This dude is like, man, fuck this, I'm out. And just took shit. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, wow.
He took off with some of your shit down.
They gonna do that. They gonna leave.
No, yeah.
And leave and take a rucksack.
Rucksack. Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, what the fuck?
You're taking like half my resources. Where you going? Like,
and he taking food. That's the hardest shit to find.
Right.
Man, I'll shoot that motherfucker, man. What are those dudes leaves and shit, man? I'm fucking shooting.
That's why I put up that thing on Twitter. I say, if you see this motherfucker in the streets, yo.
But a quick thing that most people don't realize that you can take advantage of is that if you call or use the radio to call the network.
Still can't get the resources.
No. Because if you call the network, they will give you an area of 3 separate places for a resource that you're looking for. And one of those places, even if it's a place you've already searched, will always guarantee 1 rucksack out of one of those 3 areas. So
what a rucksack gonna do when you got 6 people and they eating?
Right.
Oh, man.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something right now because I know how to min-max this shit. I have a full community, right? I have one person who knows nutrition, so there's less of a penalty by rationing the food, so that cuts it in half. I have a hydroponics garden that has a compost bin.
Yeah, I was planning on doing the garden
next. And I
next.
add more seeds to it to increase the yield. So I'm making more than I'm losing, and I have enough other stuff in my thing that my morality loss is negated, as well as the minus 50 or 15 stamina.
You got it down to the science.
Yeah, dude, I told you. It's my thing.
Hey, when the end of the world come, we're gonna get Knuckles, and we're gonna get Bloody, and we're gonna have his ass locked up. Man, set shit up, man. Set it up. Set it up.
Let's go.
I went 4 hours last night looking for food. I got on the radio.
Don't get mad when I turned to Negan. I started batting bitches.
Oh man, go ahead, Mohammed. Go ahead.
The radio
I did that last night.
So it doesn't do enough. Like I hit the radio up, like, yo, where the resources at?
Ain't nothing there.
Come on, like really?
And then they put you where the food at. It be blood things
right?
there.
It'll be crossing the map.
Blood plague.
Yeah.
Oh, I already cleared out all the blood plagues in my area.
All right, we
Man.
get it, Knuckles. Shut up now.
I'm efficient.
We get it. We get it, buddy.
We get it. You good at the game. We get it.
We get it. We get it.
I'm gonna be quiet now.
We Rick.
All right. I think that's enough. That's enough. State of Decay's stories. I mean, go play that game, man. Create your own stories. It's a very fun game.
Well, that's really what it's supposed to be. I know people complain
Right.
about
The game has some
narrative,
legs.
but
Let's just say
that's
that.
what it is.
It's extremely fun. I didn't think I'll have that much fun with it. It's definitely if you even like us, have a little. Have you ever tried the first game or have a little affinity towards the first game? You will absolutely love the second one because it's just leaps and bounds way better.
It's like no competition. Like
so,
it's
I mean,
so
definitely
much
check
better.
it out. I mean, it's. Somebody said it was like Sims with zombies in the chat, but
I mean, to be fair, that's basically what it is.
Yeah. The micromanaging of the resources and stuff like that.
You get guns and weapons and different types and different, vehicles. I mean, it's great. And so, with Microsoft saying that they have 1 million players, it lets you know that Game Pass is at least that amount. You get what I'm saying? Like, not at least, but I would say at most. If I'm saying that right, but even if it's half, that's still a good feat for Game Pass. If people are trying that game on Game Pass, and so we don't know what people have actually, have bought the game for, or if that includes, because they haven't announced any like sales or anything like that as far as how many that they sold out of that 1 million engagement. But I think it's still great that people are playing the game and enjoying the game in spite of like the negativity that came out when the game released early. So I mean, much props to them.
Yeah, much props to him. Yeah, the one thing, let 100. Let him tell his story. He didn't get a chance to tell his story. No, he's fine. He's fine. Go ahead, 100.
Oh no, man, I'm enjoying the game. It took on my life. You know what I'm saying? That's all I've been playing is that. And, I tell people, give it a chance. You got Game Pass, you got $10. It's immersion. I get immersed in the game. Like that's all I played till 4 o'clock in the morning. It's very rare I didn't play the game that long, and I did it 2 nights in a row. So I'm like, man, I paid for it in the morning, but it's just addicting. I went on I've been like you, went on to go help somebody, and they tried to air me out. So I decided last night. I said, you know what? I had one girl told me if I don't give her no food, it's on. Okay.
It's
all right. Okay.
Where they at? Talking trash and everything.
Like, all right. And they hitting the radio. Yeah, you don't want to bring us to. Okay. I said, all right. Y'all got me first because I was playing with a lady last night. We went over and they got me. They got me and lady. I'm walking. Lady got aired out, and then I'm trying to walk back across off the bridge. And so when you got the blood plague and stuff like that, your stamina goes all the way down. So you don't have all that, and you got to fight zombies. They just toying with me like in the woods.
Yeah, the blood plague is a problem.
Yeah,
it's a problem because it gets stronger sometimes. Yeah.
So I said, I got to take you out. So I went and attacked them, and they didn't see it coming. Like, oh my Lord! And then when you do kill them, sometimes if you don't shoot them in the head, you got to go kill them. You got to go melee kill them and cut their head off because they'll turn into a zombie on you. And then, like I said, it's so much stuff going on. Like I looked up in the stars the other night, and like, dang, this look pretty cool. Like at the mountains in the backdraft, and like I said, we're on the first map. We ain't even touched none of the other 2 maps.
Right.
Bloody probably close to it, but other than that, we ain't nowhere. And that's some big maps. It was talking about going across bridges and stuff like that.
I know, dude. I thought it was small at first, but you see how big that shit is when you pull the camera back.
Yeah, it's crazy. It almost gets overwhelming.
That's on some real shit. Yeah, for like when you look at the map, you just be like, oh, it's small until you really realize like where you are.
You're like on the third of the map and shit.
Yeah, you're like, oh,
yeah. When you get up there on top of the towers and or the signs, and you start getting those houses, like, man, like, you know what I'm saying? And then when I found out that you could put stuff in your trunk, you know what I'm saying, of your car or your pickup, I was like, to me that was just so dope. Like I know that's so typical. I mean, that's something that should already be added, but that was just like, oh, word. And then
now you can carry more shit.
Yeah, the experiences that I've had playing with people online was fun as hell too. Because big shout out to PK Live and his homeboy from from overseas somewhere. That dude, he was lighting people up. Agent and his homeboy. I showed a clip on Twitter, and they was like, "Damn, the sound of that gun! That dude had a chopper, man. We was in that building. That top. I was like, oh shit! I stopped for a minute. Like, what was that? And then." You know what I'm saying? And then and shout out to Dealer and Colt. We jumped in there and playing it. And then, you know, Colt's a fool, man. He was over there talking crazy, talking about hard in the taint. I said, man, I'm saying hard in the paint. Oh, so, we was having a good time, man. It was having a blast, man. So, yeah, that and of course there's some people that said that they've had some problems and said some issues. And there's no question that there's some bugs into the game, but nothing to the degree of what people were saying to where the game was completely broken. My situation, which sucks, but you know, I deal with because the game is really cool. You know what I'm saying? And I know that it'll get fixed. Is where I bought the Ultimate Edition, and the Ultimate, and you know, I got it. I was playing it. You know, the first day I got it. Well, I should say the second day I got it, but I noticed that it wasn't the Ultimate Edition because everybody was talking about, well, you can call somebody. You got the Ultimate Edition. I said, man, I can't call nobody. I see a little list but I can't call for no assistance. And then I was seeing that there was some kind of like weapons you can get and like a special vehicle or something like that. I didn't get any of that stuff, but I got the free State of Decay Year 1 edition. And so when I called, they were saying that you had to talk to you know, Undead Labs, figured out because there's some issues. If you see that the little notification on the Xbox Live, it says that there's been some purchasing issues. So that thing, that sucks. But for the most part, for everybody that's been saying that the game is broken and things like that, it's not broken. It's just buggy. It was just buggy at first. It seems like they cleared up a lot of the bugs. If we play it single player, I didn't have any issues. And when I played online, I didn't have any issues until at the very end. There was a guy that was kind of stuttering a little bit, but it fixed itself and it was working. So hopefully they'll get those dedicated servers put on there because I still don't like the tethering. But I mean, the game is not perfect by all means, but the game is not horrible at all. I give it an 8. I don't know what is the score you give the game. I give it an 8 out of 10.
I give it a 7.9.
So you give it an 8.
7.9. Come on now.
Okay, what's the degree of point that you took off? What was the reason for that?
You know, the bugs.
Ricari died.
Ricari, man. Rest in peace, Ricari. Anyway, I got him back though. Had to start over because there was another thing that I did, and where it's a steep learning curve, like Philosopher Doom said, and
the learning curve. That was
and I was getting those big packs of food and materials and things like that, but it says you can break them down. So I kept breaking them. I got like about 30 of them, and I just kept breaking them. And I'm like, why is my people so miserable? I'm bringing food like every damn 3, 4, 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And so I got to get coached like, Mega, you can't do that, man. You got to give them the whole thing. So I had to start over. Plus, after Agent blasted Ricari, you know what I'm saying, blew his head off, I was like, man, I'm going to redo it again. Plus, Sister Girl, she's a beast, man. I got her right, man. She's resourcefulness. I also, it's really deep too, because every character that you build up, they can have different strategies added to their lineup. I mean, it's really cool, man. The game is really dope. So anyway, let's move on to the next topic, man. I think we killed it. I think people should go try State of Decay 2 out. It's a really dope ass game, and that is Battlefield 5 or Battlefield V, whatever you want to say. And did everybody see the trailer?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man, I dissected that trailer.
Yeah, everybody seen the trailer? All right, cool. So also, after seeing the trailer, I was stoked. I was excited. I'm definitely going to get it day one. But there was some controversy. Black gentleman that was on Battlefield 1. And there's controversy over a female being on the cover of Battlefield 5. And you know, the naysayers out there, they've been saying that, hey, well, you know, it's not authentic, it's not factual. You know, how many women actually fought in World War II? This is stupid. Blah 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 blah. And it was the same things that was said about in Battlefield 1. You know, like how many black people is less than 1%. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that these black people were doing was being cooks and servants. I mean, I made a video.
Shit.
Yeah, man, a video where I said where I made a video was over a year ago with about Battlefield 1, and I said in the title was, is Battlefield 1 too, you know, is it too black? So on this video, I made a video about the female aspects, and actually the thing that I found out was amazing, because like there was quite a few women that fought in the war, and there was some badass ladies that fought. The Russian bombers, they were called
the Night Witches.
Night Witches. Wow, bruh, they were a squad of nothing but chicks.
I can explain this one for you, K Mega, because I'm a historian on this. The Night Witches was the 513th Regiment of female bombers that were pulled in for Russia, that got their name because they would do bombing runs over German encampments in the middle of the night.
Right.
So much so that the Germans actually started calling them the Night Witches because they would fear to go and leave their camps at night because of the fact that they would come in and swoop and terrorize them.
Oh, wow.
Right. Plus the Russians also had snipers. There was also they had the Russians also had, the Soviets I should say, had females snipers spies and snipers in World War I. There I found that there was a guerrilla group of women from out there in Sudan that fought. That you know what I'm saying? There were also, you know, of course, the ladies in the US, there was the Bomber Girls, there were also British women fighters. Like, it was crazy. Like I did a video about it the other day, and I think it was yesterday, and it was just showing pictures of a lot of pictures of a lot of women soldiers out there before, during, and after the war, which is pretty amazing. And to me, for people to be up in arms about a damn woman on a cover, to me is pretty stupid. So I'm gonna go straight to you, Delilah. Go ahead.
Because you got like women on the cover of Tomb Raider, women on the cover of whatever female lead. Two women were on the cover of the newest Uncharted game. Like, this whole thing I think is kind of a bit overblown. I mean, I think we on Twitter, like, people are like the loud minority, but it kills me that this has become like a topic, because we see women on covers of games plenty of times, even with like this icon I'm looking at right now. Fortnite got a woman on the cover. Like, it makes no sense. And like I said, because it's Battlefield, I think it's being overblown, and because of the nature of it, of course there are women in the war. Like, I mean, it just, people are so shallow when it comes to stuff like this. It doesn't make any sense to me. And so I just, you know, I don't know. People are just ignorant. That's as far as I can take it, because
you don't want to get too messy with it?
I don't. I really don't.
I think I'm going to get pretty messy with it. I'm just going to let everybody else say their things. I'll let you go last, Knuckles. I think me and you are going to go a little messy, because I think enough is enough. I've been called a SJW and all this because
crazy
of ignorant stuff. Yeah, like,
oh yeah.
I'm going to go to you next, Collider. But
I'll hold off. Trust me, I'm heated.
Yeah, but I just want to say this.
Because wait. First of all, didn't they have like two covers? They got a female cover for the regular one,
standard, and
then the male is on the Ultimate Edition. Why they couldn't put with the woman on the Ultimate Edition? I mean,
I'm joking.
I'm joking.
Well, I don't know. I was gonna say, like, yeah, that's the
Delilah, you just said you wasn't gonna be messy.
I know, I'm just being funny, but you know, I just think it's hilarious. It's like they try to appease both sides, male and female, and it's like it still didn't pan out too well for them. People are still gonna complain. They're gonna always find something to complain about, and that's the point I'm trying to drive home. Is it's always gonna be something to complain about. You know, you've had women on covers of games plenty of times, regardless of what era or what game type. So this is just, to me, another issue that, you know, I think people are gonna just, you know, have their opinions about, and act crazy for no reason about. But go ahead, you guys can be social justice warriors all you want to.
Yes,
I do appreciate that because it's, you know, to me, I think everybody wants some sort of representation. I think that's great, and so EA tried to have that, and it's just unfortunate that people are taking it there. But
well, I mean, big shout out to DICE because they did it twice. Like when I saw the black gentleman on the cover of Battlefield 1, I was stoked. I got the black gentleman looking right at me. And if there's a lady that's going to be for the collector's edition, I'm going to put her right. I'm going to put her right there next to the black gentleman because this is our thing to me. It's like, look, there are so many World War II games, World War I games out there, and there were, and we've seen enough of the same group of people, you know, saying the same set of group of people always being shown. And I think the people that are doing all the crying and the bitching, there's trolls out there, of course, that just want to do that just to do it. But there's other people that's actually legitimately scared and upset to see anybody else to be seen or taken seriously, or to the point to where, you know, because they feel that they're losing their spot. And I'm like, just get over it, because as much as so many people, I don't care what the percentage was, if there was only 1% of blacks that fought in World War I, or if there were only 350,000 women that fought in World War II, the fact of it is that they have stories as well. They are all heroes, and they fought for your ancestors, for my ancestors, and we all should commemorate them and give them the respect and just due to have them be represented in the game, even if these stories that comes out are fake or not, because we know that there's been women out there that fought, and we know that there's been African Americans, there's been all different type of races that fought, that tried to save some kind of fucking freedom from the Nazis and from every other terrorist group out there. So fuck your feelings, get over it. Buy the fucking game and support something other than your fucking hypocrisy bullshit. Fuck racism. Fuck this sexist shit. Support and love everybody. All right, go ahead, Collider.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%, man. All those people, they need to grow the fuck up, man. I mean, wasn't there a movie earlier this year that was about representation? Wasn't that Black Panther?
Yes.
Hollywood was saying for years an all black cast would never sell. That shit made $1.3 billion, people.
1.6.
All right. Mm-hmm. So that just lets you know that people want representation. And to even think that the only people playing Battlefield are just white Caucasian males is fucking retarded. People of all cages and colors and creeds play this shit, man. From females to Hispanics to Chinese to Russians, whatever. Everybody under the sun loves freaking Battlefield type games. All right. And then graphics. The graphics in this game, man, dude, it looks like they went and they curb stomped Star Wars Battlefront 2. That's how good this shit looks, man. When I saw a girl sliding down the hill with that Gatling gun, I was like, what the? Oh, shit. I was like, yo, this game looks lit as hell. I'm glad they actually have a female on the cover, because I remember for the Ultimate Edition, right? The one that had all the DLC included, actually had a black female on the cover, bald-headed. That I was like, okay. I was like, that's actually kind of cool. I can't front. But those people need to stop, man, because I remember when they started bitching about Star Wars because old dude was black. It was like, oh, there ain't no black stormtroopers. I was like, how do you know? Have they ever taken off their helmets?
They also
like, it's kind of stupid, man. It's like, no, there's no black stormtroopers. I remember people tripping out on Gears of War 3. Oh, females are in it now? I was like, dude, grow the fuck up, man. Don't you work with a female? As a matter of fact, I think a female's your boss.
The doggone Ghostbusters movie got crucified for having all female women.
It did.
I don't know why. It was actually pretty decent.
And I thought the movie was decent. Like, I thought they did a job.
It was terrible. Terrible.
I thought the movie was decent. They tried to do a lot of throwback.
Man, I like. As a matter of fact, I really liked it more.
I didn't even watch it, so I don't know.
It's watchable. Ghostbusters wasn't good, but I'll tell you why. Because they acted like the first.
Okay, we're not talking about this Ghostbusters.
I'm just saying.
Say that for another show.
Say that
for I'm just saying, like the same thing happened with that when that movie launched. So it was like this whole hate thing regarding women on. I mean, I feel like
that's all it was.
I mean, people are, of course you got racist people, you also also you got sexist people. It's just
homophobic people. Yeah.
right.
Yeah, all kinds.
You don't know who you're playing against when you're just jumping on
right.
playing the game. You could be playing with a transvestite that's got a rubber cock and just flapping it around. You have no idea who you're playing against. I'm just saying.
Imagine you like going detail with that, like.
I'm just saying. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just playing the game. I don't care who I'm playing against as long as we having fun. I don't want no weird shit. You know what I'm saying? Because there are some weird people that come into your parties. But when you actually just playing with just people, I don't care about your sexual orientation, your color. I don't give a damn about any of that. I just want a game and have a good time. And I think once people start getting over that bullshit, because look, they don't have a problem when women start showing that tit and ass. I damn sure don't. But you know what I'm saying? But when they do, it's like, oh, no, there's nothing wrong with that. But why women gotta be subjected to that though?
You guys always talking about tit and ass. I want to see full frontals. Like,
see, look at you.
I don't want to see no genitalia.
It's one-sided though.
No, for me,
I heard Conan got all frontals, so you can.
I treat it the same.
Hey, Megan, that's why you gotta go play P3 Flash.
Like, I don't want to see girls kissing girls, guys kissing guys, or guys kissing girls that much, man. I just like
you don't want it forced on you. That's the biggest thing for me.
Like,
I don't want it forced on me.
Even in a movie, I don't need it.
Okay, fine, I get it. I understand. You want representation. I understand that.
Like if they have a make out scene, cool. Like this is how much time I give you. 10 seconds. I don't need a 30-second, 2 minute, 5 hours. Like somebody kissed.
That's a personal problem, though, man. Come on now.
That's a personal problem.
Why you Donald Trump?
There's our Donald Trump. There you go. Anyway.
I'm just saying, if I'm gonna watch all that, why not?
That's a you problem.
Yeah, that's a you problem, bro.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I don't watch no shit like The Notebook and I don't
like on Empire
and shit like that. Nah, fuck. That's why I don't watch Empire no more.
Oh no!
Oh man!
Oh shit!
Hey man! Hey, 100. Your uncle going left, bro. All right, understand me. Anyway, so 100. What did you think about this whole situation about Battlefield 5?
You know what? It's a damn shame this world come to this. You dissecting video games? The world dissecting a video game. So what if it's a woman? I don't
video game trailer.
I don't even care. It don't bother me at all. And I'm saying people need to start treating these women equally in gaming. You know, because these women.
Why do you know why they hated it though? Just think about it. Old girl looked at badass in that Battlefield 5 trailer with that trench coat.
She did, yeah.
And she got that.
Badass, yo.
You saw her arm too, like it's makeshift. Like,
she had a tattoo. Face paint on her face.
That's one thing about the game that's gonna be dope is to finally you can customize your character. So you're gonna be playing as whoever you want to be anyway. So why would you care about what's on the cover?
And what about it? Hang on. What about this? There's an ultimate timeline too, where it was women out there out in World War II streets.
I mean, they really don't have no explanation.
They don't. They just being ignorant. That's all it is. Just people being.
It's just because there's a female in the World War game. That's all it is.
Yeah. Right, and then you talk. Well, we want to see something that's accurate. Well, oh my God, really? I mean, you want to see
just because in the U.S. the females stayed home, that doesn't mean the rest of the world they did.
Yeah, like if you want full, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Full, everything accurate to the letter, to the T. Go to the book, watch the
automatically go on your gun. Like
they said they want all that, but don't you gotta hide behind cover to get your health back? That shit is not accurate.
That shit ain't real. You got shot. You gotta wait for the medic. You ain't gonna just die right then and there. So I mean, there ain't no paradeath in there.
You see them people getting their head knocked off, like boom, boom. There ain't no coming back. So you want to play a hardcore? You can go play multiplayer. You can go play hardcore.
They want a realistic. Get out of here. That's an excuse. That's what you call an excuse for their actions.
NBA 2K ain't realistic. Madden ain't realistic.
Yep.
Trust me, there ain't no speed boost in real life.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
mean,
I'm saying?
hell, you see how the people be running in the game with all that, with all those heavy weapons and shit. Yeah, look,
All
it's
that
not
gear.
happening like that. Yeah, all
Like,
that
what
gear.
the hell?
Yeah, it ain't happening like that.
That person running around with that M60 that they was sporting in the trailer, ain't nobody running around with an M60 in Battlefield.
Like,
Hell
you got all that shrapnel and all that chaos going on. You get some dirt in your eye, you're gonna be like, you're in trouble. You know what I'm saying? it ain't going down, bro. So
Hey, shout out to Miss K. Miss K say if they want some real accuracy, they want to be active to go join the military.
I know that's
Facts.
right.
Exactly.
Facts.
That's right.
Because I fired an M60
right,
when I
Miss
was in
K.
the military, and nobody carrying an M60 like that and shooting it off. In no fucking game.
No way. No way. I know a lot of people. I got a lot of homies in the military, man. Shout out to all my people out there, man. And like, look, it's one of the things where look, we play video games to escape the bullshit, not to stay in it. And I think if we don't start avoiding some of these clowns out here that just wants chaos, it's going to bring us all down sooner or later. We're all going to just be subjected to being like them to a degree of where we complain about everything, and it's not supposed to be like that. It really isn't. So I don't know, man. So okay, I know I've been saying Triple Cup. You want to say anything about this before I go to Super Bloody Knuckles and he go in?
All right, no. Let me give you the like what you were saying about why they.
I still got to get to live. I forgot.
Oh yeah, you ain't get live either. Huh? But look, the reason why I was looking at it about the women in the gaming and they having her on the cover. I'll give you the reasons why I think that she should have been on the cover. Because when you see in the preview, when she came in there and she was shooting at the person, and you could see her on the recall and how she was jumping back, and you could see the claw on her hand, the customization, and when she got killed. And then if you jump on forward when they were showing you going through all the hurdles and stuff like that, then a man get you down for them do a melee attack, she respawn next to you and knock him out the way. Now you know what I'm saying, and then stop you from getting killed. That's an automatic to me. So why she deserved to be on the cover. So when people talk about why she should be on the cover, now they got her as the front runner of the show. So I think that's a good position to be on the front of the cover.
And what people don't realize is that, like, I think gaming, as far as demographic is concerned, it's like what 60-40 or something like that. Between women and male.
Yep.
Yeah,
it's like 55, 45. It's almost half.
It's almost even.
You know, when you they have it on there when you shoot, you actually bounce back. Like so when instead of it happening with like the gun, the little cross, instead of the little cross moving, you kind of bounce back with the gun. Depends on how powerful it is. So it got more of a recall with it, so it give you a better feel like you're actually shooting the gun. And then they have it on there where you be on the ground instead of just laying on the ground shooting. You could crawl backwards and shoot. And I know y'all seen in the trailer they had the sword. I mean, I really dissected it. Like you know what I'm saying? They had a sword on his back.
I just hope the game look like that. But anyway.
That's how
I think so. Yeah, I think it's gonna look like that.
Like let's say you jump out the window, and then the physics for like they used to have
jumping out the window part.
So
that got me.
Y'all saying there's not gonna be any downgrade when the game drops?
No. I'm saying the physics.
Graphically, I'm talking graphically.
Battlefront 2 didn't have that much downgrade at all.
I know. Battlefront 2 looks more or less like we saw in the trailer.
I'm just putting it out there, making sure I got y'all recorded and on record.
Yeah, look, the game. It's gonna look like that. I mean, they had some CGI stuff going on, so I don't want you get that mixed in there with it. No, not the CGI parts, but the actual gameplay gonna look like that. But when they was doing it, they were showing like the different on the physics, how you jumping out the window, how you can land down, jump backwards, and start shooting like some what that is, the Matrix. Y'all remember when
the person was sliding forward and shooting too?
Yeah. And then you got everybody could heal you now. Just whoever, like the medic, he do it faster, and you could grab a person that's buku stuff they're gonna have added into this game. Hell yeah!
All right, bloody.
No doubt. All right, yeah. Well, hold on. Let me say this from So Shady. He said it perfectly in here in the chat. He says women want to be represented more so. They are pandered to more than before. It's not a bad thing. No, I'm all for. Like I've said this before, I want more people of color. That's why I say #save Lock Team Osiris for the win. You know what I'm saying? That's why I have much love and respect for women. Laura Croft, you know what I'm saying? Strong female protagonist. That's dope. And I mean, and nothing's wrong with still, because I've been playing as white characters in video games forever. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've been playing as Nathan Drake. I've been playing as Solid Snake. I mean, well, Liquid Snake. However,
Solid and Wicked,
yeah,
Big Boss.
Yeah, Big Boss. I've been playing as so many different characters, as Asian men, as white women. I've been playing as so many other characters. So why is it that as a person that, you know, that's one thing about Prey. That's why I never got Prey, because I hated that they changed it from what it was from the beginning, from what that game came out to
With
be.
the Indian guy? And they changed it to the
But they were Asian.
Fire. Yeah, well, he was. I didn't know what he was. He wasn't
Oh, they were
native.
Asian?
No, they were
He wasn't
Asian.
native.
Oh, I didn't know they were Asian.
Yeah, their name is Ling in there.
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah.
I sit there and say, what? Why did they change?
It's good. I'm telling. I played that game. It's good. It really is an immersive.
You talking about the first one, right?
No, the
second
first,
one.
the second one was an Asian guy. I guess I didn't know
the
what
first
it
one
was.
was an Indian
You
guy,
can play
right?
as
Yeah,
you can play as a male or a female version.
Oh, well, that's
Okay,
cool.
okay,
That's
cool.
I might check it out. Anyway, but that's all I'm saying is that, look, I think inclusion is a great thing, because we all play. You know, I think Triple Cup can speak for this. It's like, look, we get tired of playing as you know, when we jump in and we can play basketball and football and we can play as us, but we can't jump in and play, you know what I'm saying, a superhero or something else, you know what I'm saying, as a dope-ass protagonist. That's why when I say something about Marlo Briggs, I'm like, that's dope. Oh, Marlo Mega. That's, I mean, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. So just play it and have a good time. So anyway, Knuckles, you have the floor. What did you think about the situation?
The people who are saying that it wasn't accurate at all, the people who are complaining and everything, saying that it isn't accurate, that it's just pandering, need to shut the hell up, because of the fact that they don't understand a goddamn thing about history. And this only shows how further stupid people are about not knowing where we came from. Because if anyone actually knew a goddamn thing, they would know that the Queen herself, Queen Elizabeth, was a part of a regiment in Britain that manned anti-aircraft, fought and shot down shit or planes that were attacking and bombing Britain. They would know that one of the most deadliest snipers in fucking history is known as Lady Death. She was a Russian sniper who had the highest confirmed kill count in history.
Yeah, them Russian chicks, man, they cold-blooded, boy. Cold-blooded.
The fact is that people don't realize that women had a far bigger role than they ever realized. It was just never talked about as much. Everyone here,
just like they were black cowboys in history.
Yeah,
right?
But especially here in the States, everyone has this romanticized understanding of World War II just because of the fact that they were just like, we've drafted more men here in the U.S., not so much in other countries, but we did have them out there as medics and a lot of the camps, and some of them went on to be in the medic corps. A lot of them were combat medics, not often, but there were. Everyone just knew about the women who stayed here, who were making tanks and weaponry that were sent over there. Everything that a man used was made by a woman. Everything that we have now started with women. The computers that we use was first made by a group of women who had to hand calculate everything on a large machine that was 8 feet by 3 feet by 2 feet. Hand calculations done that made what we have now. People are stupid and don't know their goddamn history. Now, like you said, yes, there's pandering. No one complained about the women that we saw in GTA all the time. Why is that? Just because it sits in ass? Everyone enjoys that.
Yeah,
but
I pulled over every once in a while. Got a you know what I'm saying? Had a I had to pull a couple over a couple of times. Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. Everyone knows that. That's fine, because that gets some people. But why can't we put them in a better light? You know, yes, we're gonna have that. We have males who've been over-sexualized themselves. If you look at Dead Rising, there was that one guy, Dylan, who was basically in a gimp suit, crazy motherfucker, and Dead Rising 3.
What about Valdo? He's been victimized too.
Man, yeah.
Valdo,
That dude is loose as a goose, I'll tell you that much. But here's the thing, though. No, just Shady, shut the hell up in the chat right now. You don't understand a goddamn thing.
Oh, come on, man. Shady, what Shady saying?
He's saying he been going back and forth in the chat.
He's going back and forth in the chat.
Saying women don't need guys to be standing up for women. all that stuff that women are already overrepresented, and he even said all kind of stuff.
Shady, man. Much props to my boy Shady, but I'm just saying, man.
But here's the thing, though, is people don't understand a thing, and this is what has really come to show that, like, we're getting more representation, and we're getting more people because the fact that it's starting to show the other aspect. Look at especially with Assassin's Creed Origins. They went back to ancient Egypt. People failed to remember that Egyptians are black. And not only were we following the main character, but we were also seeing stories coming from his wife. It wasn't just him. His wife was the driving force, working with Cleopatra. A powerful
don't
leader.
tell the story. Don't tell the story. I haven't beat the game. Haven't beat the game. Haven't beat the game.
And that game 6 months old.
Haven't beat the game.
That game's so lit.
I know it is. It is.
Hey man, that's my backlog.
They know about Cleopatra, another woman who's powerful in history.
Yeah.
There's so many things coming out about this, but the fact that people got this much like thrown out of whack just because they had a woman who was there on the battlefield and on the cover shows that they don't know a goddamn thing about history. And that's the issue, is people are starting to truly fail and understand where we come from. They don't know a damn thing. That was less than a century ago, only 70 years. A lot of people could still remember some of that stuff. And they don't think to ask or learn about that.
Some people
There's a lot of people out here.
I was born on Plymouth Rock.
There's a lot of people that don't want to know their history, man. They and as they said, you're doomed to repeat it if you do not know your history. So it's a sad situation. But yeah, man, well said, Knuckles. Well said. I commend you for that, because there was it's like I said, everybody has a story to tell for the greatest generation. World War II, for anybody that survived, because it wasn't only just the war, but it was everything else that happened. You had women that had to not only take care of the household, but you also had women out there doing men labor. You also had out here and for Oklahoma and for the Plains history, the Dust Bowl, the worst drought in American history. You know what I'm saying? You had all different type of things going on. That you had the Great Depression. All of these things happened all in this point in time in history, and the people that lived through that. That's why I do agree that they're the greatest generation. And you know what? And it wasn't just all white men.
Oh man.
So anyway,
yeah.
Let's go ahead live. I think I skipped you again. Go ahead. Say what you got to say.
No. Yeah. I mean, representation is important. You know, man. Come on, man. This is the time that we need to, kind of show everybody, some respect. I mean, come on. We can't just have it like the same old. We're not gonna.
You're right. I'm sorry, Live. You're right. Rain 84. Gay Tony needs love too.
Hey man, yeah. Look. I don't have no problem with that too.
He got his own game.
Hey, Gay Tony got his own game too. So
listen. I ain't got no problem with it. I ain't got no problem with it. Nah, man. Like to me, that's all well and good. But I think that at the end of the day, before we start talking about shit we don't know anything about, we got to kind of do our history. Like this is one of the biggest issues I have with people talking about shit they have no idea. Everybody want to have an opinion, but I'm like, yo, what the fuck is your opinion based on? Well, I heard from a guy. Like, no, motherfucker. Like, did you do the research? Well, I know somebody who else might have did the research. What do you mean he might did the research? What the fuck? Listen, I just want to have an opinion. I don't want to have to look up anything in order to fucking validate what my opinion is. I was like, well, goddamn. Well, everybody has an asshole too. I guess you could just spew shit out of that too. Whatever. I mean, I don't know, man. Like even with the people in the chat was arguing me putting up 68s for State of Decay. Guess what was also a 68? Avengers Infinity War. Ooh. Yeah. That shit hurt, don't it?
What?
Yeah, it's a 68 on Metacritic.
That was a great movie.
Wow.
Man,
Yeah.
Metacritic ain't nothing but just Rotten Tomatoes. I don't
Exactly,
know why
exactly.
people keep
I'm
on.
just saying,
I mean, I
hate
posted
that
that some time ago. I was like, I still understand why Metacritic is considered like the industry standard. I don't understand that at all.
It should
I
be.
mean, because it's littered with fanboys, you know, that manipulate the score. You know that right now majority rules, so that's what all the big sites pander to. They gonna pander to the majority, so it's not gonna be equal, you know, fairness across all platforms because they're pandering towards
I
their
mean,
biggest
then where else
crowd.
can they go though?
Ain't no other thing. They got Open Critic, but it's about the
Also,
same.
you got like for me, I always check what Steam people on Steam says. 'Cause I know they pay for the game. I always check that because I know they actually bought the game, they played it, and so to me, those
That's actually
opinions
more
count.
accurate.
I always read the reviews of people that bought the game, like off of the Microsoft store.
Yeah.
Like I'll look at them because they'll be the people that actually show that they bought the game. And you're right, Delilah. Like with people at Steam, you see that they're more authentic with what they say because when somebody writes a 5-6 paragraph section about just that particular part of the game, about what they liked and what they didn't, you know that they're passionate about it. You know what I'm saying? When you just get 3 words, you just get like one sentence. It sucks. It's trash. It's Xbox. You know what I'm saying? I can't rock with that. I can't.
But Megan, ask me this question: half them people that be doing the reviews, I played the game today on Atari.com. They got Intro Media got more clout than them.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Like, how you gonna believe that?
There has to be something in the wake to where people can, to where it could be. I'm trying to look for the proper word. The word where it needs to be watched over. It needs to be,
but it's not governed. It's a free
yeah. Well, not from the government. I'm just talking about it. It
not
needs to have some kind of
from Metacritic, like you know.
Yeah, like because you could just have any random troll just get in there and just say 0, 0, 0, 0, and it bumps the game down. And these people are not caring about how this affects the developer on how maybe they could get a raise or how they could probably stay at that studio or maybe get contacted by that from one of the companies that maybe purchased them to make that game. It is, to me, it's so unfortunate, man. It's so unfortunate.
So you said they need to be able to jump through. They need to do more hurdles. They got to go through,
right?
Become a part of that to actually put up something that actually means something. So
right,
yeah.
Or actually, to me, I think which would be. I mean, this would be kind of controversial, but I think if there's a way that these people's names could be put out there that voted for the Metacritic, I think that could say a lot too.
Yeah, man. Like I said, man, these scores is all fucked up, man. For the simple fact that Infinity War is a 68, but then that tells you how good State of Decay is. I'm just saying, people love Infinity War. People love State of Decay.
That's all well and good, but you went completely left from what we were talking about. But that's okay. We're gonna go to the next couple.
Oh yeah, I gotta throw it in there sometime.
Yeah, you did.
With my dolphin music.
You did. You're gonna get it. Don't worry about it. You're gonna get it a couple of times before we get out of here. All right, let's talk about Detroit. Right, let's talk about Detroit right fast. Not to say Detroit doesn't mean anything. We got to go through it, but time is almost running out. So. Right. So let's get through and talk about Detroit. Did anybody get a chance to play it yet? Are anybody going to get it? Are they anticipating it? What do y'all think? Nope. This is an open discussion. Anybody can jump in.
Nope.
Bargain bin.
What about you, 100?
Bargain bin.
Wow.
They're good. Telltale, I only pay $25 for Telltale games. I'm not gonna give $40 for that. Not a walking simulator.
Yeah. Well, it's
I got too many other games in my backlog. I'm swamped.
Okay, what about you, Delilah?
Yeah, I'm kind of the same boat. I'm not gonna pay that much for that game. I mean, it looks cool, but I don't know.
It don't look like no right now game, don't.
Right, it's something I can wait on. I got too many other games I need to handle. I'm prepping for E3. It's like so much going on right now in my life. I can't
that water too cold. You're not diving.
Right.
Yeah, I plan on trying to get God of War.
It is a glorified Telltale game.
We'll try to. What about you, Live? What did you think?
I wouldn't call it a Telltale game though. It's different.
Yeah. I mean, well, all right. It's like Telltale if they fused it in with the Batman detective mode. That's basically what it is. Because Telltale is a little bit. Let's be honest. It's simpler. Like it's not. I looked at a couple of the Twitch stuff on.
It's like watching a movie, interactive movie. That's
it really is.
I can't. Yeah. I'm not gonna pay a full price for that. How much is it?
Delilah, it would be like think about
and then they got like
60? Oh, I'm definitely not paying that much.
Man, they got movies that do that on net. Hey, they got movies that do that on Netflix.
nah, but like think
right.
but they bring up choices here and there. To me, Detroit is almost like
No, if somebody will gift it to me on PlayStation, I will accept the gift.
Yeah. Hey, if somebody want to gift it, hey, commotion. Not mooch, commotion.
I will be like,
Make
thank
them-
you. I will give you a shout out. You will get a post on Twitter and some thank yous and all that good stuff. But I'm not about to pay $60 for that game. I'm just
You will
not.
get a K. You will get a K Mega prayer package. You know what I'm saying? If you can hook me up.
How you gonna jump in on my mooch? How you gonna jump in on my mooch?
I think you just have to be a fan. I think that's what it really is. You have to be a fan of story-driven games where you know that the only thing you're gonna do is kind of.
Man, you got to be
Story.
depressed to play that game.
It's not. It's
Nah, I'm just jabbing.
Well, you know
I'm excited for the game.
because it's not the gameplay is like if you're not like people that like gameplay, this is not a game for you. Like if you think you're gonna go into the Detroit and experience like a lot of control, you're gonna after like the 15th QTE in like the first 5 minutes, you're gonna be like, well, what the fuck is going on? Like, you know, like it's not a game for everybody, but for those that do like a real in-depth story-driven experience.
Oh, hold on, live. Somebody said something really positive, fantastic. One of the best things that was said all night in the chat. I have to say this. Brunjo. I'm sorry.
Brujo.
Let me
Brujo.
Let me be country. All right, he said.
Well, Brujo actually has Spanish for brujo, which means warlock.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, he says, sup, I'm actually drinking right now. About to get drunk and some Sea of Thieves too. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. That's the show tonight. We out. Fuck y'all. We got to go. Man, that's it.
So silly, man.
That is the most important Sea of Thieves for the win.
That's right. They got the update. They got the update, right?
Next, it comes out on the 29th.
Yeah, the 29th, that big ass 4-eyed shark. You know what I'm saying? So it has a full body. So it ain't the cracking is lacking. But I love Sea of Thieves, man. I love Sea of Thieves.
Man, this is supposed to be a 4-eyed shark.
Yeah, man. This
is a content update. So I'm just all I need
it's
to
going to
hear.
have single player mode.
All I need to hear is content update because I haven't touched that game because it didn't have much content.
What? Hey.
I mean, but just think about it. What's cool about the game is it doesn't matter. You come back to the game and we could do this months and months and months. Yeah. And for a little while, have a little fun with it, put it down, go do something else, and come back to it.
Yeah,
that's what it's made to be played.
That's what we do anyway. People do that with the Division. They do it with Destiny. They do it with Rainbow Six.
Yeah, that's
what I'm saying. I'm just basically saying that's not a bad thing with Delilah doing.
Right. Oh no, I'm not saying it's bad at all. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that you know what I mean. I was disappointed with the content that it released with. I've made that very known. Yep. I'm just happy that they finally getting something, and we don't have to wait 2 years to get it. You know what I mean?
I know, right?
Okay, well, I think about like a big old game like this here. Well, the first time what we got was the tutorial. So we playing the first thing everybody been playing was pretty much the tutorial. Now we starting to get some more.
But see, my money didn't have tutorial value.
No. See,
look at it like this though.
But see, the thing about it is, you ain't think the game is made to be long term. Made to be long term.
That's true. I did.
You signed up for the understanding. This was showing you how to play the game. Now you got a good feel of the game. Now we finna start throwing stuff. Now you done made it to level 2.
Long as they continue to bring content and they're not charging me for anything, we kosher. All right, we good. Right. We on the same page. You ain't charging me. I already bought the game. You ain't charging me nothing extra for the extra content.
Not just for you, that's for everybody. So everybody will know that.
Right. Okay, Delilah.
No, it's free.
Let me ask you this question.
It's free. No, it's already paid for. You mean? It's not free.
Yeah,
I already bought it.
I said no. I said be
unless
cool.
You're on Game Pass because if they decide to take it away from Game Pass, then you up to
Well, Game Pass is a good point. I actually purchased the game, is what I'm saying.
Right.
I paid $60 for that game, and so I feel like the content that's coming right now on the 29th or whatever date y'all said, I already paid for that. You know what I mean? So I don't want to be charged for that.
Well, you're not going to get charged for that.
And the same thing goes for the content after this, and the content after this, and the content after that, because I know the game I got wasn't worth $60.
Now, okay, let me make this point. Now, okay, so You can
I
look at
think
it from
we're
two
straight
different
off again.
perspectives. One,
Yeah,
you
used
can
to
pay
play this type of
$60 and
games.
get all your content for. I
I'm
think what
old
they'll
school.
do is
Okay,
they'll
Mega.
do a whole year of free
Okay, Mega.
content, and
I'm
then they'll
old
probably do
school,
a
so I
season
feel
2
like
type of thing to where they could, keep it extended. But would you rather have did it the way that you've done it now to get that whole year
okay, hold on,
free
wait. Let
content,
me address
or
Doogie. Let me
would
address
you have
Doogie
preferred to
Howser
get
DDS real quick.
to buy the game for $30?
Let me address
and
Doogie Howser DDS real quick
DLC,
because
or
he
maybe
said
some
that I
kind of
paid
like
$60 for
subscription
Sea
for
of
like
Thieves,
$5.99.
but tripping over paying $60 for Detroit. First of all, with Sea of Thieves, I did not know it was gonna have that like amount of content. I didn't know it was gonna be lacking that bad. Okay, on content. So don't try to check me on how much I paid for Sea of Thieves because I thought it was gonna have way more than what I thought I was getting. What $60 worth of content, and I didn't. Okay. And first of all, Detroit seems like a one-time playthrough when you're done.
Yeah,
I'm not about to drop $6 on a one-time playthrough when you're done. At least I know Sea of Thieves is gonna be a 2 to 5 year game. So yeah. Sorry about that, Doogie Howser.
Oh, okay. Because at first, my mic went off, and then I come back and I hear what you're saying. I'm like, well, damn, I didn't ask for all that, but okay.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. No, it's okay. It's okay. I was just trying to talk to somebody else. That's funny. Anyway, so sorry, Doogie. Sorry, Doogie.
Sorry, Doogie.
Sorry, Doogie.
No hard feelings. I'm just saying I'm trying to justify my reason for my purchase, and I shouldn't have to do this, but
I love me some Sea of Thieves, man.
it's fun
look,
game, but it needs more content.
I jump on the boat with team Green Bean Casserole, which is a bunch of white guys, and we have a good time, man. It's great. So we get down, man, and a big shout out to Don, to Delirium Blades. They know exactly what I'm talking about when I say that, man. We clown and having a good time, man, playing the hell out of that game. So anyway, so Detroit, I can't wait. I wanted to get it, but I paid my car off today, so I was like, damn it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, man. I had
a great feeling, man.
I had a choice to make. I was like,
so what's your next car?
What's my next shit? Nothing. Nothing for a while. I'm gonna ride the wheels off into this because I still got another car that needs to be paid off. It'll be paid off next year. So you know what I'm saying, the Mazda will be paid off next year. But boy, it felt good to get this bad boy paid off. And I'm like, all right, cool. And so I just had to make that decision if I wanted to do that or if I wanted to get Detroit. And I'm like, look, okay, real life trumps any video game. So let me go ahead and pay that money. Mm-hmm. So I want to get so I definitely want to jump on Detroit. Probably going to try to get it next week. But of course, like E3 is coming. Got to have that money right for E3.
Yeah,
so,
that's coming up quick too, man.
Yeah, it's coming up real quick. So I'm going to try to get it. But if you know what, you know me, Kamoochin. If you want to hook me up with the Detroit, I will definitely get it. I will definitely love it. So and I'll stream it too. So anyway. Detroit, I can't wait for it. I'm gonna get it. So anyway, let's get to our last topic and then we're gonna get out of here.
I didn't get to say about Detroit.
What did you think about Detroit? It was an open discussion. It was an open discussion.
Oh well, you know. Well, what I've said in the past is that this is not a game for everyone. But it's for me. I've always seen it as with these games is that it's the evolution of those old choose your own adventure stories. It really is something that you could choose because what Quantic Dream started back with Fahrenheit, or as it's known on
Fahrenheit was dope.
Yeah, Indigo Prophecy. That was Quantic Dream, and that was on the original Xbox. Real great game. Each game that they've done has always carried a special theme. And I'm looking forward to Detroit because I really want to see what this is. Because if you look at it, Heavy Rain was heavily themed around the rain aspect, but you saw how each character interacted, and they really started following that. If something happened to one of the main characters, you fuck up, they're dead. You continue the story with everyone else, and you don't see how that all ties together. I've always loved that aspect. I've loved the unique thing that they did with Beyond Two Souls. We saw how the main character was tied with this supernatural entity and how it actually came to be and why that was. I really want to see the humanistic aspect of how they're going to represent androids, because this is something that as a sci-fi lover, I'm excited for it. You know, we've always talked about, you know, what happens when we create AI that's too smart, too big, too human. They start to really get free thought, free emotions. They start to realize what they are. They're not just a thing anymore. They start to gain a consciousness. We've seen it in other games. Hell, it was in Mass Effect. between the Geth and the Quarians. But we saw it from the Quarian side and then slowly learned the Geth. This is where we're going to learn from the other side.
So
we're actually going to be the oppressed going against the oppressors and how it affects them as they learn. I think that's unique.
That's kind of got a AI
Bloody,
type of vibe.
Bloody, that's
to
a
it.
Will Smith movie.
His eye robot.
Hey, whoa.
Ain't
No.
nothing innovative about that.
iRobot.
Ain't nothing innovative about that.
No. Well,
I get
mean,
A for effort, but you ain't gonna win me for no.
It could be that, but from a look,
No, but I agree with everyone. Though. A lot of people don't like. A lot of people don't like the
artificial intelligence.
That's fine. Yeah.
Huh? I like that. I like sci-fi like one, but it ain't nothing like revolutionary about it. Nothing like I never saw something like that before. I read a book. It's movies, books, all type of. That's nothing like I ain't never saw before. What I saw,
but
playing against three different.
What would have been cool if you could actually take control of the android or whatever type of creature it is, right, and actually fuck people up with them.
Oh, like some Grand Theft Auto type shit. Yeah,
Man,
I'm just saying, like, you know,
just going off
give
some
me
other
more
shit.
gameplay. It's like too much story,
it's
and
not-
after a while, I'm like,
And that's fine. That's fine.
Well,
Like I
I'm
said,
saying.
this is a game that's enjoyed by certain people. For some
That's
people
not
who really
for
want the
everyone.
experience,
Yeah,
it's
true
not
that.
for everyone. It's the same with the Telltale games. If you look at these games, they don't score well with critics.
I mean, but
they are
Telltale is
enjoyed.
number 2 hours.
No.
$5 an episode.
Yeah, but no, they can
Yeah.
even go for 3 to 4. But you think that they're 5-episode seasons? That's almost 15 hours. The same about what you'd get out of Detroit, depending on what playthrough, what choices, what ending you get. But the thing is, these games never score well or appeal to everyone, but they always do fairly well for those who enjoy those experiences. It's the same with that really last one that came out that everyone loved. Life is Strange. Everyone loved Life is Strange.
No,
I did. I like Life is Strange. That shit was
Couldn't
dope.
get into it.
I couldn't get it.
I couldn't make it. I tried.
It's got boring to me, man.
But again, it's gonna appeal to some, but not to
Now,
others.
now
It is
I'm
one of
waiting
those
for the
things.
new Walking Dead. Now the new Walking Dead.
Man, they
there's
better
day
not
one.
kill Clement time, man.
Can't pass the
Man,
Walking
they kill
Dead.
I'm telling you.
Look,
I'm telling you.
the only
my
thing
first one is
The TV show because of the Clementine and them like that was off the chain.
Yo,
I said,
that first season, that ending had me crying, dude. Straight up, tore my heart out. It was the worst because I loved it so much.
Yeah,
But
well,
my favorite one was Wolf Among Us because that
that
what
one.
they did with that one was
Had
the
its
best
hit and miss.
adaptation of the Fable comics, dude.
hey man, you know what?
And
I
it
love
really
that
tore
Game of Thrones. The Game
Like,
of Thrones.
that was-
Hey, look,
That
now
was not again. Like I still haven't
I got-
finished it yet.
I got
That's
I
when
got
you
a
had to-
lot
once
of
you
people.
get into it, it was good
sent
once you got
off,
into
but
it.
I love that Game of Thrones Telltales.
Yeah, I
Now,
still haven't finished
I,
it.
you know, and with the what is that?
Yeah.
Borderlands, the Borderlands story.
That
Tales from
was
the
dope.
Borderlands.
I
That-
liked
well,
that one.
I-
Tales from the Borderlands.
They ain't gonna make another.
Man,
one,
that's the one I
Nope.
didn't like. To me,
I
that
like
was the
that one.
craziest, wildest looking one. It just
If you got further down the story,
Exactly. That shit got really good.
great. Yeah, it was boring to me at
You gotta
first.
play.
Like,
You gotta play
oh,
Borderlands 2 to really understand everything.
see, and I haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
But-
probably would have been.
Borderlands
But
2.
like I was saying, is that these games don't always appeal to everyone. They're very much
You're
either you experience it if it's something that interests you, or it's something that you can watch someone else do and experience what they're going through. It
Yeah.
really is
That's
just
why
one of
it's
those
so,
games.
But it's
so high
too-
up on Twitch right now.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's ain't number 2 hours though. That's a
No,
it's
but
7 hours.
wait,
It's
the
7
whole
hours.
game?
that's just down.
No. It's
Every
like 7 hours. It's 7
Every
hours.
episode.
they-
You wanna do an episode in, sit down 2
Whoa,
hours.
wait a minute.
Hang on, no.
Detroit's only 7 hours long.
no.
Yeah, it's
One-
yes,
I think it's
yes.
7 to
If you-
10.
if you- No.
It's
if
7
you-
to 10.
Yeah,
I've seen multiple.
It could be
multiple-
longer.
It's
Man,
multiple
10 hours.
endings.
Yeah.
Multiple
Longer.
endings. Multiple
that's if-
story paths.
Like if you take the shortest path is like 7 hours. I
Yeah.
think the longest
Yeah.
that path is like 20.
Yeah.
They said 7 to 11 hours, according to how long to beat.
Yeah,
That's
like
what-
11's probably on average.
For a one time.
$60? Oh heck
It's
no!
not. It's not a one-time thing. Like I said, you play it different.
It's my most anticipated game because I love those type of games. It's got me really hyped. But boy, that's 60. Man, I was hoping to be around.
I thought it was
20
like 40,
hours.
huh?
I
But
thought
it's
they
only
dropped it down to
$40.
40 because I heard people was complaining about the 60.
Man, y'all, I will post y'all this link. Let me put.
All right. Let's get off
Tragedy.
Detroit. Let's get off
Tragedy.
Detroit. Get off to the last topic and then get on out of here, man. E3. Now, we ain't gonna touch on all the we're not gonna touch on all of the conferences. We're just gonna touch on one because we you know what I'm saying, because we're short on time. But next week we'll talk about it. The week after that, I don't think there'll be any GRG because I think most of us will be going to E3. So yeah, so you know what I'm saying?
There will be a direct text though. There will be a
next,
direct text minus the fraud, which we're going to be talking to 100 and a couple of the cats from GRG.
Okay, cool. Well,
I would say let's say E3, but when I meet you guys, but I definitely like to get some reactions right immediately after the press conference.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely.
We're gonna be live streaming that.
We'll live segment that. Yeah, they'll all see us.
So good.
Well, they'll all see us.
Yeah, please don't go there being too ghetto.
Oh man, I'm finna go up there. Well,
No, you keep saying that he ghetto. No, you hear him. He country. Let him be country.
You let me be country. I don't be ghetto. You know what I'm saying? I know how to keep myself right. It's just other people, man. They over there.
That's what I'm saying. Is that you're gonna go in there ghetto? I'm saying no, you're going in their country.
You come up there, he be full of alcohol. He hop up there like, come on, K Mega, and you don't be like.
You don't want no alcohol. He be going off when he gets there.
Hey, I'm looking at the first. When you get to meet these people, the first person I'm gonna try to look for is Shannon Loftus. Give you know what I'm saying. Give a big pound. You know what I'm saying. Hug. Say what's up. You know what I'm saying.
I don't think she gives hugs.
She might give.
So silly, dude.
I think
I'm just saying.
Loftus. I know a lot of people.
I can't wait to meet you know.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. But anyway, let's get to this topic. Okay, so E3 is right around the corner, man. I can't wait. And so Xbox. Let's just talk about Xbox.
Yeah.
Is it do or die for them for this E3? Is it do or die? This is open discussion.
I mean,
everybody speaks.
Say that, but with a 2-hour show. They better show improvement.
They better show something.
Kaleidoscope, you already sound like a little suspect. What's going on? Is it do or die for you, bro?
Nah. I think they're going to be showing us a lot more than what we expected. Because normally it's an hour and a half to show. Yeah. For the last 2 years, it's always been an hour and a half.
Are they
90
have
minutes.
An intermission? Because
are they going to do a half an hour of Minecraft?
I'm actually feeling a little jelly. I'm feeling a little jelly because most of you cats is going to be over there watching this shit. I'm going to be over here. Shit like, man.
This is my thoughts on what people's worst nightmare is. They're going to do a half an hour of Minecraft. They're going to do half an hour of indies. All right, so that's 1 hour right there.
Right.
Then they'll do maybe 20 minutes of, new stuff as far as Xbox stuff that we haven't seen.
We got 2 weeks to talk about this. We should make that the last.
40 is going to be like.
Let's make this next week's. It's going to be all
make this next week. That's going to be the last one. So.
Okay. Next week we'll go full hard
E3 mode.
E3 predictions.
Yeah.
I will say
and then Lady will be here. She'll be able to give her.
We're gonna get everyone in on this because this is something that the family gonna talk about.
Okay, so but I do want to get a yes or no from you guys. Do you feel that this is a do or die E3 for Xbox?
Nah.
It'll definitely be something that'll kind of affect it for the rest of the generation, but it's not do or die.
No, it's not.
I think the generation's already affected by, you know what I'm saying? So
they could be effective in a positive way too.
Yeah. But I'm just saying for the remainder.
Wait. What do you mean when you say do or die? What do you mean?
Okay, so like you hear my boy Z,
the doom and gloom shit.
Be the behemoth of who you are. You know what I'm saying? Hashtag diabetic game, all that bullshit, right?
It's like a handful of people.
So it's like it's
a loud minority.
For some of those people, the loud minority, they'll come out and they'll say if Xbox doesn't provide those big AAA hitters that they're looking for, then therefore there's a lot of people say they're going to walk, they're going to leave, they're not, they'll never talk about Xbox no more, or vice versa. Do you feel that?
I gotta say to those people, go on a walk. Bye.
What's that?
Bye. That's not gonna change how I play my games. That's not gonna change my preferred platform.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't care what they think. Like, I'm looking at Doogie Howser DDS in the chat talking about diabetic gaming. He listened to Z too much. All I'm saying
you took me some
I
insulin.
don't care what you think. You know what I mean? I don't care what you think about what I play.
Let me pay the bills. You know what I'm saying? To Alvin White, you know what I'm saying, man? Appreciate you coming on in. You know what I'm saying? Showing love to the family. You know what I'm saying? This is what Alvin does, man. This is what he does, right? He'll listen to the show, right? And he'll break down every point, and I'll read like everything that he say, right? And sometimes it'd be cool, sometimes he'd be just completely negative. Nigga, you're wrong. This is what this is. This is what that is. He'd be cracking me the hell up, man. Big shout out though, man. Great supporter for the GRG family.
Yeah,
man.
thank you for supporting the show.
Yeah, much love, bro. Much love.
Yeah.
Because I don't, you know what I'm saying, and hit that imaginary like button because I do see it. I do see it. I do see it, man. I do see the imaginary like button. 100 still ain't showed me what I needed to do. So, you know what I'm saying? What's up, Mr. Kima? You know what I'm saying? The generation is done. So it is.
I agree. I mean, I think it's on its last leg. I don't think it's done because I mean the X just dropped like not too long ago. So
like I said, this is to help them get through the generation.
But I think the X is like a precursor to the next gen because it's like it's gonna be backward and forward compatible, which you know what I mean. I think that's a great move. We'll see. I'm excited about this year, but like I said, we can say that for next week.
Doogie, if they're putting everyone diabetic comas at E3, what the hell happened at PSX last year?
Oh,
messy.
Man.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Shut the hell up.
I wish that
it was Groundhog Day for them.
It was me, Livewire, and 100, and we were I was recording it. Do a live thing and send it off, and I fell asleep. It was like Mega. Out, Jack. Out. It was crazy.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with Soul Shady. Soul Shady said that he feel like we got 3 years left in this gen. I agree.
I do. 2021. 2021. Xbox might drop. Well, I think
too soon. Too soon. Let's say that for like we can get a hold of the conversation.
Okay. Predictions for E3 is next week. You know what I'm saying? That's our last week of GRG until we'll be doing some live stuff out there in E3, but next week will be the last GRG until afterwards. And then when we get back, we'll take a break. You know what I'm saying? Because hell, I need it. I know everybody else probably going to need it. So we'll take a break and then we'll get hardcore break it down about everything that we've seen at E3 and then just go from there. So anyway, let's go ahead and do our sign outs, man. Get out of here. It's Memorial Weekend, so hopefully a lot of you guys got a 3-day weekend. You know what I'm saying?
Hell no.
But I'm gonna get that holiday money though.
Yeah. Well,
ain't getting none of
half at least, don't you? You get time and a half, Chuck?
None of that shit, man. I'm getting regular. I'm like, man.
Damn, they put a whip to your ass.
I feel like,
man, at least y'all get something. I'm salaried, so
picking cotton, picking money.
We get double pay, so I'm happy about that.
Gang, that boy over there working hard for the man over there.
Anyway,
how's it that Oklahoma man? They take everybody that comes so they come take care of they man. It's like take a 3-day weekend, man. You get paid for Tuesday too on us. I'm like, thank you. Anyway, so all right, man, let's go on to it. Triple Cup Chuck, man, where can they find you at, man? What's going on? What podcast do you do, man? Where can they get at you, man? Your channel, man.
Man, you gonna sub all that good stuff. You're gonna see a little bit of that boom, 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 boom on my next couple of videos because I gotta bring this Battlefield out. So you know what I'm saying? Y'all go check that out, you know what I'm saying, in the near future because I ain't did it yet, but I'd have dived because I'd have dissected. But in the meantime, in between time, while I'm working on this here, that's gonna be with my personal project. So check it out. It's gonna be deep because I love Battlefield. I've been a Battlefield player for a card. I'm on that team. And but tomorrow you can find me right here at the Direct X. We're gonna be cutting up. I'm gonna get extra live. As soon as 100 put his bottle in the freezer and it get cold, we going live.
Oh, all right, cool. Live. What about your podcast, man? You always skip out your stuff, man.
Man, listen, man.
No, not you live. I'm talking about Triple Cup Chuck.
Yeah, you did say live, though.
You did say live.
I did say live.
You said live.
I did say live.
Probably because we,
but I was making a point. I wasn't trying to say.
I know he ain't do one this week, man. And I was looking forward to that Deadpool spoiler.
Man, dog, I had some stuff in real life that
Oh,
had
man,
happened.
Deadpool
I was like, man, is this? Yeah.
Okay, so
Did
what
you get to see it though?
Where's
Did you
your
get to see it?
podcast at, man?
Heroic Vibration Podcast. with
What
the
time?
Four Horsemen. We're gonna go on at. Damn, it'd be so hard to say. 9 o'clock Central. 8 o'clock, I mean,
Say, look, bro. Say Eastern. Say your time, whatever time.
9 o'clock Eastern is my time. Will be 8 o'clock Central.
Yep.
All the other times is too much.
And it's 5. And it's what 5 o'clock Pacific.
Pacific. There you go.
Okay, yeah.
All right, yeah, we'll help you out, man. We'll get you.
I would never
you
know
gotta be
times on
repping
class.
you gotta rep your shit, man. You'll say something slick, and the next thing you know, you out. Like nobody. Hey, Chuck got a channel? Yeah, you didn't hear him? No, I just heard him just talking real fast.
Oh, okay. No. Hey, let me get on. Let me go on that power wow. You know what I'm saying? For my people in Texas, you know, my neighbors.
Yeah.
Triple cup chuck. In here.
Stupid, bro.
Oh my god. Okay. All right.
He's trying to chop his
We're screwed and chopped. Triple cup. No. We're gonna be here for another hour, but vibration.
I love that chop the screw, though. I can't.
Chop the screw. Yeah. Okay. Kaleidoscope, man. Where can they find you at, man?
Yo, y'all can find me at DirectX minus the. And tomorrow, of course, on the DirectX show minus the fraud. And on Wednesday nights on the Heroic Vibrations as well with my man Bloody Ed, Triple Cup Chuck, and Savage. And of course, here every Friday on the GRG.
Hey, Kaleido, let me ask you a question real quick. What is minus the fraud? What is that?
Man, hey, leave it alone.
You got to see the show to find out.
Hey, man.
I know. I'm just playing. I know what it is.
Hey, you know what? I got followed by dude the other day. I was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I like Green
Ranger.
Well, because
what is he called now? What is he called now? Sonic Spidey or some shit?
Yeah. But he made it. I like the comment that he said.
I'm just saying you got that whole phrase in your title, so it's like minus the.
Yeah, he stops it like it's hilarious. I like the comment that he said it was in regards of the Battlefield 5 thing, and I was like, yeah, you know, you speaking facts, and so he followed me. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no problem with him nor with Titanfall at all. You know what I'm saying? That's why I just cracked up with some of these people that just make videos or they attack me just because. But you know what I'm saying? Look, it's all good. It's all fun with me. But yeah, no, I know y'all situation is a lot more you got a lot more turmoil than anything that I got going on. So that's funny. But Jazzy Newt, man, you know what I'm saying? One of the members of the, you know what I'm saying, backstage family for the GRG, man. He said 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific. So he said us 6 o'clock Pacific. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that you are there at 6 o'clock Pacific to see vibration.
Yeah.
Podcast. Anyway, all right. Oh man. Bloody Knuckles, man. Where can they find you at, man?
Before I start that, I'm gonna have to say this right now. Triple Cut, me and you're gonna have some problems on the next show, man. Don't be talking about my Texas people like that.
Man, that's a compliment. That put y'all up there, man. Y'all wasn't up, y'all was high.
All right.
And y'all was doing big state, Texas, huh?
You already know. But they can catch you every Saturday.
Don't worry about no Texas, man. You know what I'm saying? It's Oklahoma, man. Red River, baby. Go ahead. Hey, man. Before I treat you like you treat motherfucking those Longhorns. Go ahead. Hurry up, man.
Man, y'all can find me every Saturday on my show, the Smash Podcast, your little corner for nerdy news and geeky goodness, where we just have fun out there, man. Like I just uploaded 4 videos over to the GRG channel from shows that we done missed up that I haven't put up over there. So go check them all out. Nice. Of course, you can catch me on Wednesday with Chuck and Kaleido over there on the Vibration Podcast, and of course every Friday here with the GRG crew and Thursdays with the TSP crew.
Yes, no doubt, and that's something that I need to start promoting more. I want to do definitely. I want to get back on Discord, start putting our stuff on Discord as well. But yeah, check out the GRG Podcast channel on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? That's where Lemon, you know what I'm saying, on 108 Dragons. That's where You'll see Triple Cup when he can put his videos out there. Definitely see you know what I'm saying, our boy Bloody Knuckles, and they do their podcast there. You know what I'm saying? I try to have it to where everybody can put their stuff right there and to see all of their hard work and efforts, man, and see it, man, because it's you know what I'm saying, they grind out there, man. They do good stuff, man, and they're talented people, man, and you know what I'm saying, and these guys need to get their channels built up. You know what I'm saying? Because we want them to do just like Lady Infamous and get to that 1,000. So you go support the GRG channel on YouTube and support them. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about me, it's about them. So
please do, because I'm literally 5 away from hitting 100, and that's gonna be when we're gonna do our first giveaway, and we're gonna be giving away because we're gonna be we're all gonna be at E3, and we're gonna buy those limited edition Funko Pops that they're gonna be doing for Cuphead, and we're gonna give one of those away for 100.
No doubt. All right, so Livewire, man, where can they find you at, man? Where when's your next video, man? What was your last video?
Last video was like a week and a half ago, talking about
you make videos like I do.
And you know, I'm gonna try to make another one when I get to find some time between the little one getting her, you know, food and whatnot.
Bianca.
Yeah, she be wearing me out, man. She be dressing better than I do, man. You see her outfit?
That's how it's supposed to be. If I seen you dressing clean and your baby looking regularly, I'm firing your ass up. Yeah, firing your ass up.
Nah, man. But yeah, shoot, I look like a Amish person right now, man. I ain't shaving, and like, Lord knows, it's rough out here, dog.
It is, man.
Wolfing.
Yeah, I look like a millennial right now. It's crazy. Like, I look like I belong at a Starbucks somewhere, writing a book.
Oh shit!
I'm so mad at you.
You're a mess, yeah, man.
Right, my
you look bummy as hell. You know what I'm saying? Eyes all black. You just looking rough.
This is my Tuesday shirt. This is my Tuesday shirt. Yeah. I know how I know it's my Tuesday shirt. It got my stain on it that I got on the last Tuesday that I wore it. It's my Tuesday shirt.
Man, my son used to piss me off when I was, he always wanted to play like at 3 o'clock in the morning, every morning, man. Like, can I sleep, man? Slapping me in the face. Oh, like, Jesus Christ. Anyway, man. But yeah, no, fatherhood is a blessing, but boy, it has its moments. Anyway, man, 100.
Well, it's a good thing that they actually made a game for people that newly become fathers, right? God of War 4.
Oh, stop that.
Is that supposed to teach you to be a better father? Come on.
Man, it made me want to whoop my son's ass. Like, what's your punk ass still doing here? Anyway. Hey, they crack up because I call my son boy all the time. I was calling him boy before God of War. So when they were like, man, why you call your son boy like that? I said, man, I've been calling him that ever since the beginning, because my grandfather used to call me boy all the time. So I just, it just inherited, right? So I'll be talking to this motherfucker, man, be like, hey, boy, go take that trash out. He'll look at me like, man, I want to whoop your old fat ass. I'm like, you better take your punk ass out of there and get some before I give you this work. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, nah, man, I love my kids, man. You know what I'm saying? When my daughter come like, Dad, I'm like, listen girl. You know what I'm saying? Daddy is not going to give you any money for anything. Dad, I really need. Oh shit. Okay, I got you. Anyway, so
the thing is, I have the way I get around that is I try to make my wife the gatekeeper to my pocket.
That's awesome, y'all. That's awesome. So we're gonna roll out.
I can't want to hear this shit. Okay, all right. Where can they find you at, bro? Where can they find you at?
Find me on my channel. Find me on Direct tomorrow. Around 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. That's 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central. I can't tell you no Greenwich time. I don't know.
No, your time?
Huh? No, I said Greenwich. I'm talking about over there on the you know what I'm saying, across the pond. We got fans across the pond.
Okay.
Like, well, dang, you know what I'm saying? You ain't the only star.
I'm a star. I'm a star. Y'all the stars. I just talk.
Yeah, talk shit. But you know what I'm saying?
Get out of here, getting this party.
Yeah, so we're gonna get out of here. Just check us out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go check up. Y'all got Grown Women Gaming tomorrow?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, you ain't got grown, but y'all go check out the Lady Infamous with Grown Women Gaming.
I gotta check. We might, man. I don't even know. That's so
Yeah,
messed
so
up.
they
Let me
do it in
check
the
real
morning.
quick.
It's too early for me, so I don't get up at
I
9
have to
o'clock.
check because I know we didn't do last week because we had a meeting. So we might do. I think so.
Then y'all go check out the
But if we
Smash
do have
podcast, and you can check out us.
We do have one. It will be to like 100 said. Will be tomorrow.
I thought we had to go.
Eastern. I didn't even get to say what I wanted to say before bouncing out. So, like I said, if we do have one, it'll be on Lady Infamous channel at noon tomorrow. So check us out. You know, guys, you can follow me on Twitter at Delilah_HD. Gameplay is king. Let's go.
All right, cool. Gameplay is king. Hey, speaking of gameplay, thank you guys for the vote on the next podcast.
Like, let's segue. I appreciate
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Thanks for the vote. You know what I'm saying? K-Mega's back on top as usual. So get ready for next. So there won't be any new gameplay, but next week I'll definitely have some new gameplay. I'll keep bringing that fire and letting the haters keep saying that I don't play any games. So anybody else? Did I miss anybody? No. All right. So we about to get out of here, man. This is your host, K-Mega405, man. Thank you guys so much and appreciate the support. We are out. Y'all have
some fight night.
We can play some fight night. I'll go ahead.
All right, now you ain't running. Let's get it.
I ain't gonna run, man.
Got him live. Got him live.
I might fall asleep. Shit, you know what I'm saying? You know how it is with me. I'll turn it on, everything ready to go, and then I might walk to go use the bathroom, and then I go lay down and want to talk to the old lady, and next thing you know, I'm asleep. It's like 7 o'clock the next day.
This ass whooping I can put on you. That's what you're gonna do.
Oh, you gonna whoop my ass, and then you gonna take me to bed? Okay, I got it.
Trash talk has begun.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, spectator mode. So I can watch this fight.
All right,
yeah. Oh, he can put on what you call it.
Yeah, you can stream it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Well,
we out.
Oh man, y'all are wild. Anyway.
Hold on. Hey, I ain't gonna try to make the same mistake that I did last time where everybody
last time you had the show still going.
Right now we still alive.
You can't find the stop button.
Oh, here you go.
Can't find the stop button.
Yeah.
You can't find the button.
He can't turn it off.
Hey,
like, yo, might as well just play. No.
I know.
Hey, wait. Where's your update at, K-Mega? We haven't crashed today.
American Dad. Hey, what's the son name on American Dad?
Computer off. That's it. Stop.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, what's the son name on American Dad?
Plug it straight out the wall.
Look.
And who the son? That's who sound like the son of American Dad.
Y'all see K-Mega in the chat? Someone said he hit the road.
Oh wow.
He did it again. Oh hey,
no.
The son of American Dad.
The son of American Dad.
I never
Jim. His name was Jim.
No,
Steve.
The son, Steve. Yeah,
yeah, Steve, chunky one.
No, that's Family Guy.
You're talking about American Dad.
Man, ain't no one know they references anymore.
Hey,
I get them mixed up. I
don't even watch that. So y'all got me.
I thought you said American Pie. My bad.
Yeah, no, American Dad, the cartoon with the little alien. And he got the son, the one that sang. That's who we were sounding like.
I'm gonna see y'all on Xbox Live.
Yeah.
All right, because we all be all live. We all out. Let's go. End it.
Later.
Here we go. All right, so I'm out.
Cold-blooded.
And I'm the last one. Peace.